boys, we are back. The first show of 2026. Got to kick it off with my boy Big Gun Brian Petrie to give you some bold takes for 2026. I can't wait. I literally can't wait because we still have 2.5 weeks to wait.
Too long, my brother.
Long time, bro. It's been kind of nice, doing a lot of shit around the house. Just kind of beefing up everything. I'm back in my desk chair since I moved into my house. I was sitting on a futon, got rid of that thing, and now I'm in front of my computers. I feel good. I feel rejuvenated, and I'm so excited to get back into the groove of things. How you feeling tonight, brother?
I'm excited. I'm with you, but we were talking before we got on here. I was gonna do a pod on Christmas. I'm like, we still got a fucking month. I was gonna do a pod on the 1st of January. Still got 3 weeks, and then this is the week where I was gonna do my own show. And then Hey Jive reached out to me. I'm like, oh, perfect. He had a great idea, some great content, and I'm like, I'm in. I'm ready to do it. I've been excited all morning at work. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say, which it's that excitement, because sometimes when you're in the midst of it, doing it, you put out fucking a lot of content during the week, but for me, it's usually 2 shows, and I'm just constantly like in that groove. Now it's like a little bit of not butterflies, I would say, just excitement that to get talk about the sport that we love that has been way too long off the air. I was watching some amateur kickboxing that was live. It was like somewhere in Louisiana. I was watching that. There's like 32 viewers. I was watching it on YouTube on Saturday or Sunday night. I can't remember. And I'm like, this is where it's come. This is where it is. I need my fill. I need my con. I just got a new TV, 75 old inchers. So I've been exploring the Paramount Plus little app there, watching a lot of old fights. But yeah, need that new live entertainment in my life, brother.
There's nothing like it. I've been betting college football over this break, but now there's like no bowl games. There's just a couple playoff games left. So now I'm like, really have nothing to do. And I don't know. I just can't really break down a card that's like 3 weeks away.
It's
like
tough.
I want to be week of just get back into the groove of things. Sunday, we got the next card to look forward to. Sometimes I don't even know what fucking day of the week it is. What is this, Wednesday?
I know, dude. The holidays have killed me, brother.
They did me dirty, dude. I'm up like 15 pounds over the holidays.
Oh,
I got to lock in, 2026. So I'm trying to get into a little bit of a diet, get the body right, get the mind right, So, yeah, I feel good. Feel rejuvenated. I'm so glad that we got Dix Insider in the chat. I missed you, buddy. You're back. Coming at us for being white. We are definitely white.
I'm white.
I do have my lights on a setting that's probably not great for my pigment. Could probably change that a little bit. Still working it out. I moved around the setup a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. Russ is in the chat. What's going on, Russ?
3PC.
3PC. We're going to have a little bit of a fun intermediary with 3PC in this live stream. Yes. We'll go over the whole plan for tonight in a little bit. I'm just going to try to let some people in here before we do.
Yeah.
For combat, come Saturday, it's sumo season. We got sumo wrestling.
Shit, okay.
Is that for real thing, Trent? Dang.
It must be if Trent's saying it.
Are you going to be a mod in 2026? I don't even know. How do you like?
I don't know. I've been asked that too. I don't know how you put the mods in the chat. I mean, sure, Dix Insider seems like a good mod. If there's going to be a mod, it should be him.
I wonder if like YouTube has like the membership stuff. If you're like high up on the memberships.
Yeah, I did memberships. People in the chat convinced me to do it. I think it's like $1. I think I got 4 members. Yeah, we're rocking. But yeah, I guess from the membership you can make someone a mod. I don't know how it goes. This year, 2026, we're gonna figure it out. it out.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat, please just let me know if the audio is all good because I did switch up some things, so I don't want to, make sure the audio is okay before we hop into everything. Please let me know in the chat. Give me some W's, give me some thumbs up, whatever it is, and then we can hop into this. Is Tracy Cortez gonna spread her curse to Shama the same way she did to Brian Ortega? Damn. I really hope not.
I hope not. Shama.
Good on audio. Cool. Let's
I don't know how, like, Pereira, he's a good-looking dude. The chick that he was with that, like, had a husband or some shit, whatever. Yeah, I think she was, like, German or something. How do they communicate? Like Tracy Cortez speaks Spanish, which I believe if you speak Spanish, you can get away with a little bit in Portuguese, from my understanding. But how the fuck they can? This guy just has aura that he doesn't even need to talk to these broads, and just that's just what it is. Shout out Chama, shout out Poetan, guy's doing it.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing it, man.
He's doing it, bro.
His broads are just like, good Lord. I mean, the guy, he's what, 37? 36?
Yeah, 30, I think he's 37, going to be 38.
If he didn't have kids already, I'd be on his ass. I'd be like, bro, what are we doing out here? But he's got kids, so he's
got 2 sons. His one son I saw hitting mitts looks exactly like his dad.
Yeah.
He had like a UFC 400 mouthpiece, which I think is cool. Maybe that's like a goal for his kid to fight on UFC 400.
Yeah, maybe more like 8, 9 years.
Yeah.
Getting the UFC, we'll see. But here's the lowdown for the night, boys. We're going to go through the champions at the end of 2026 for all the men's weight classes. I didn't do women's weight classes. We can go over it if the chat really wants it. But honestly, I just never do the women's weight classes because there's not really a ton to talk about really there. Yeah, I don't know. We could do it if the chat really wants it, but we stuck to men's weight classes. Then we're going to give our breakout fighters to watch. We got 3 each. We'll go over that. We got some Contender Series Season 9 fighters to watch as well. I think we got 3 each for that one, which I was very excited to do that. And it was tough for me.
It was, me too. I almost put 5, but I'm like, that's too much. I'm going to stick with 3.
Dude, I really wanted to do more, but 3 should be okay. We're going to say the fighter of the year. So we're going to predict who the fighter of the year. I believe 2025 was Merab, even though he lost at the end of 2025.
I think it was a
fighter of the year. If anyone had Merab to be fighter of the year at the end of 2025, you probably would have made some good money, even though that's not really a bet that you can make. Champion to lose the belt first. We'll predict that. The star who falls off. So any champion, any former champion that just completely falls off, maybe goes on a little bit of a losing streak or just takes 1 L and then says, I'm done. That's what we're going to predict there. We're going to say the unexpected title run. So last year, Joshua Van, the unexpected title run, becomes the champion. They don't have to be the champion, but a little bit of an unexpected run towards the title. We're going to predict that as well. The comeback fighter of the year. Last year, my comeback fighter of the year was Yuri Prochazka.
Nice.
Some people could say other names, but to me, it was Yuri Prochazka. So this will be fun because I guess you could take whoever our comeback fighter of the year is and be like, well, they believe in him this year, so we may want to bet on him this year. We'll see. We're going to predict that, and then we'll go through a couple other things here. Does any champion retire on top? Pretty easy name to throw out there. I think we could throw him out there. The please retire prediction I thought would be fun because there's one of them every year, maybe if not more. I wrote down 2 names on this little sheet that I gave to you from last year. Darren Elkins, please retire after that performance against Julian Erosa last year. And Beneil Dariush getting knocked out by Benoit Saint-Denis in, 16 seconds? That was the please retire of 2025. So we'll predict who that is in 2026. And then lastly, the knockout king, the submission king, and the all I do is win king of 2026. So most knockouts, most submissions, most wins. We'll go over that as well. What do you say, BP?
Let's do it, babe. Let's fucking do it.
Let's hop into it. All right. We got the champion at the end of 2026 in the flyweight division. BP, you're going with Manel Kape at plus 500. Tell me why.
I've been a fan of this guy for a while. After watching him knock out Royval, and Royval is a legit dude, good chin, really good. After watching him knock out Royval, I feel like this guy's finally got his footing in the UFC. As long as he can stay healthy, he is a problem at 125. I don't think there's many people that can keep up with him at 125. Super athletic. His takedown defense is getting better. I mean, you go watch the Muhammad Mokaev fight, Mokaev is one of the better grapplers in the world. And Manel Kape, if he had a better game plan or stepped on the gas a little bit, he could have maybe won that 3rd round and been a really close fight. I just think when you look at the division, there's a lot of strikers. There's guys that are going to want to take you down. I think Manel Kape's going to be able to manage that. I think he might be next up for the title. We'll see how it all shakes out. But I think Manel Kape is a problem in 2026. This goes with every fighter. As long as he stays healthy, the guy is going to, I think, wear gold someday.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. I had Manel Kape to be the champion at the end of 2024.
Oh, okay.
That's
So you've been on him for a while. Okay. Yeah.
I haven't been on the Manel Kape train, but the guy just consistently shoots himself in the foot.
100%.
And I don't think it's a skill issue by any mean, but I don't know if he's going to be healthy. I don't know if his tit's going to explode, whatever, man. Like something's going to happen to Manel Kape where I'm just like, I'm not surprised. So I couldn't go with Manel Kape.
Sure. I
had to go, even though I did just see him knock out Brandon Royval right in front of me at the Apex, which was pretty sick. It was a beautiful knockout. And Coach Nixon gave me the old salute. Shout out to sick. I had to go with the plus 700 odds of Tetsuya.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta do it, man. I gotta do it because Josh Chauvin is the champion right now.
Yes.
We'll talk about Alexandre Pantoja in a little bit, but I don't know that Pantoja is going to be coming back and just running through Josh Chauvin. I didn't really think he was going to run through him in the first fight, and he lost that way, and he's older. So now you look at Josh Chauvin, who are they going to match him up with? Well, they could match him up with Manel Kape, but is Manel Kape going to be available for that occasion?
He's going to show up.
Is he going to show up? Tatsuro Taira is young enough that he wants to stay active. And even if he doesn't get the first title shot in 2026 at the flyweight title, he's going to get one by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I think he beats all these guys. The way he did Brandon Moreno, nobody really expected that, right? Like everyone thought Brandon would, Brandon's never been finished. And Tyra's just such a good grappler. And to me, in his last fight, I actually rewatched it recently. To me, in his last fight, he looked like he had finally filled into his frame.
Yeah.
Because he looked like a frail little boy when he came to the UFC. But he looked huge compared to Brandon Moreno. And when you're that big and you're that good at grappling, doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. I mean, he was able to take Brandon Moreno's back and just ground and pound him out. I mean, what the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck? I was watching the fight. I was a little bit under the influence, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, what are we doing?
How did that happen?
That's why I had to rewatch it. I'm like, what did I miss here? And I guess it was just Tyra just being that much better of a grappler. And Brandon Moreno's not a bad grappler. So at plus 700, man, I think it's pretty crazy. And I'm actually going to pull up some of these odds on DraftKings, not sponsored. If you want to sponsor, whatever.
Throw a sponsor out there, DraftKings.
No big deal. But let's look at these here. We got that's Bantamweight. Flyweight. Right now, the favorite's Pantoja, minus 1.
Okay. Russ is in the chat saying he'll bet us even money that Pantoja is champ by the end of 2026.
Wow.
Woo. Wow. Okay. I might take you up on that there, Russ.
Yeah, I might take that, Russ. I might take it. Because, we could probably do that peer-to-peer somewhere, but either way, I know you're good for it. Put it on the record, $100, $1,000. I might bet you $1,000 straight up, honestly. I'm happy. I'm happy. Thank you. Shout out to him. I look at these names. I'm like, Kyoji, possibly.
He jumps out at me because of the name. He had a great re-debut in the UFC. He made his bones over in Japan. And then him and Pantoja are teammates. I know he called Pantoja out. That's an interesting name to watch, but I still think like if Horiguchi, we're going Japanese versus Japanese, Horiguchi versus Taira. I like Taira in that spot after what he did Moreno. But Horiguchi is an interesting name, plus 800. I like that. I think Steve Erceg is not going to even sniff a title shot anymore, if I'm being honest with you. Brandon Moreno, though, they love Brandon Moreno, plus 3,000 there.
Yeah. And he's got a fight too. He's going to be back in the mix real quick. So
is he fighting Albazi? Is that who he's fighting?
Almabayev.
Almabayev there. That's right. Yeah.
Joseph Morales though, plus 3,000. He'd have to be pretty dang active, but
100%.
It's not a deep division. There's a reason why Joshua Van was able to get a title shot,
right?
Such a short amount of time, but and then of course I got to throw in the 3PC. So I put on a post on 3PC, and I told everybody to comment their champions at the end of 2026, and I looked at them, and the overall consensus was a two-way tie between Pantoja and Manel Kape. So they're agreeing with you on the Manel Kape side, and then of course we got some love for Pantoja.
Yeah.
And, It's fair, man. It's fair. It's 2 of the top 3. And I'm taking the 4th most likely in Tatsuro Taira. I was kind of shocked, man. I was kind of shocked to see him at plus 700. I actually might have to bet that if I can.
It's a nice number. I think a lot of people, the Roy Ball fight has a little bad taste in their mouth, but I think that should have been washed out after what he did in Moreno. Yeah. This is a young kid still feeling his body. And not to mention, people, I don't know if people realize this, the number 1 wrestling country in the world right now that is winning everything is Japan. If this dude is linked up with some of those camps with these fucking stud wrestlers, his grappling's only going to get better. I mean, Moreno could not get him off him. Like, that's a strong, heavy dude on top. And a lot of these guys at 125 are strikers. This guy can strike, but I would obviously, if he takes your back, he gets you on the ground, he's a fucking problem. Yeah, plus 700. I like that. I thought Manel Cop would be a little bit lower. I'm actually happy with plus 500, but yeah, plus 700 Tyra, who literally might get the next title shot. You know, he was in the crowd when, you know, Van and Pantoja fought, and then it was a weird ending, obviously, with Pantoja exploding his elbow. But Tyra 7-1. That's not bad at all.
Chat, we are going to need some more likes. I'm not sure how many likes we're at, but I'm sure it's not enough. I'm sure not everybody has hit the like button. Let's hop in.
Hit the like button, bros.
Bantamweights champion at the end of 2026.
Oh, we're dead.
We got the same one here.
Oh, okay.
So throw him there.
Yeah.
We got Umar Nurmagomedov. Tell me why, BP.
Yeah, listen, cousin Umar, shout out Paul Shag. This guy's just he's just really fucking good is what he is. He's really good. He's a problem in there. I think he can beat Peter Yan. I think he can beat Merab if they rematch. I know Merab's always going to be in the mix. Hopefully he takes a little bit of a break. But who's next up for Yan? I mean, O'Malley thinks if he knocks out Song Yadong, he'll get Yan maybe with the star power. He does have a win over Yan. It was a very contested fight. A lot of people don't think he won that fight. I think Umar's the guy there. I think Umar is just he's a problem in that division. I think it was a little much too soon. I know he broke his hand or whatever in the Merab fight, but I think if he just makes a little bit of adjustments on certain situations, trust to stand up more. I mean, this is a guy that flatlined Jorge Barcelos with an uppercut. I mean, deaded him. Trust to stand up more. Trust your cardio. Trust everything more. Because your grappling and your ground game's top notch. You come from a great camp. I just feel like it's a little bit of a confidence issue, and I think he got that out of the way with the Merab loss. I think he's going to come back with a vengeance. He's a problem. I don't think a lot of people want to see him in that division. 135 is absolutely stacked. But gun to my head, I'm going to go Umar to get it done, be champ by the end of the year.
Yeah, I went with Umar too, man. It's like he's fighting Figueiredo in January. First card of the year, same card that O'Malley's on. He's going to beat Figueiredo.
Yeah.
Can almost
I think he finishes him. Submission.
Yeah, he's going to beat Figueiredo. So that's an easy win that he could start the year off 2026 with. And O'Malley is not exactly an easy win against Song Yadong.
No, not at all.
Like, Yan and O'Malley have the history, so O'Malley might get the shot ahead of Yan. But when is that going to be? It might be June. It might be May. Something like that. Like, Yan's not going to sit out until like September. He's going to be back in there in May or June, I would assume. So then you're looking towards maybe the end of the year. And at plus 250, what are the odds going to be for Umar Nurmagomedov against a Petr Yan or a Sean O'Malley? It's going to be minus.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be minus 200. So plus 250, I think it's a pretty good shot. Considering last year, I think he was in the minuses to start off the year as the end of 2025. Because he
was the champion? Wow.
Yeah, to be the champion, right? Because he was fighting Merab. He was like a minus 280 favorite, and he had never lost. So, I mean, I can understand why you would take a Yan or a Merab because they're the two guys that are at the top of their game right now. But is Merab going to come back and get the title back? I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it.
Bryce Mitchell, 50-1. Bryce Mitchell's an absolute lunatic. Sahabi being that high, I mean, he's on a nice little win streak. I get it. He's older. He doesn't match up well with a lot of these guys, but that's still a pretty big number on Sahabi. I think if he gets one more win, they'll throw him in there. I think Yan even mentioned, hey, why not Sahabi? I think he knows, hey, I could fucking wreck this dude. Let me get a defense under my belt.
Do I'm going to say something right now that is probably pretty controversial, but if you matched up Mario Batista with Petr Yan, I think Batista wins.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that. I mean,
bro,
I mean, I don't hate it.
Good.
I mean, Jan went on a 3-fight losing skid. Like he's a good fighter. He had a great fight against Merab. In my opinion, Merab did too much. He was hurt. Whatever. Didn't fight the best game plan. But there are guys on this list. I mean, I think O'Malley could beat him in a fight. You know, I know he technically beat him before. It's so wide open when he's that champion because he's not dominant anywhere. He's gonna lose the first 2 rounds. He's gonna fucking lose almost the first 2 rounds always. Yeah, that's interesting though. I don't think it's controversial. I kind of agree with you. I also kind of agree that like a lot of these guys could beat Jan right now. Talbot, maybe we're wrong, dude. Maybe we're wrong. Peyton Talbot. We'll talk. I'm going to talk about him a little later, but yeah, Talbot looked great against Cejudo. Confident. It looks like his wrestling game has improved. He went on that dude's podcast. The guy who fakes the accent or whatever says he's not gay. Apparently he's not gay, but you're best friends with Frank Ocean. I mean, yeah, you could label it bisexual, whatever the fuck the kids are labeled it nowadays. But yeah, I don't know. Keep an eye out for Peyton Talbot too.
I'm with Loco. I think if Jan fights Umar the way he fought Merab, he could beat him. The thing is, the difference between Merab and Umar is like Umar has much better ground control, you know, and that's how he lost against Aljo on the ground, giving up his back and giving up the time on the ground. Takedown defense is legit. Hope Marcus could level up in 2026 and get a crack. Talking about Marcus McGee.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Marcus McGee.
Trin. I don't think you're gonna get a Marcus McGee title fight in 2026. Unfortunately, he's just too old, man. I feel like he's gonna have to win 3 to be in title talks now, though. Yeah, I know 100%. I mean, he's definitely not. Bautista's not gonna get close to a title within the year, but we'll see. All right, 3PC bantamweight title at the end of the year. They went with Merab.
Wow. Okay, I see that.
Merab. Is he gonna come back? And I mean, I'm not saying he's not gonna win fights, but
every expert has said the way he cuts weight old school. He spars 12 rounds a day of the fight. He's constantly training. He does everything different. He doesn't get massages, doesn't do any of the high-tech stuff. Eventually, and he's not a young man, eventually that's going to catch up to you. And I don't know if it caught up to him in the Jan fight. I think his 4th title defense in the year, I think that caught up to him. He did have a broken hand. Apparently he was sick as well or whatever the fuck. He did not fight all that great in that fight, but he's still a dog in there. I get that. I think Merab obviously fighting for the title in 2026, but if it's against Jan or Umar, I might lean the other way, but that could just be recency bias on my part.
Honestly, like with Merab, do you just do the Jan rematch? Because looking at this, like, is he gonna not fight for the title and fight Umar or an O'Malley?
Right.
Like, he's already beat both those guys. I guess maybe you could do Umar, but if I'm looking at this, like, who do you match him up with? Probably fucking Peyton Talbot. That's probably the only guy outside of Jan that makes sense.
If Song Yudong beats O'Malley, you got, because they want Merab to take a break, then you got Song Yudong. I don't think he hasn't fought Merab or whatever, but yeah, I mean there's options at 135. There's things from Merab. I know they're not going to run it back with Peter Yan. I think people in Jan's camp, and I know Ray Longo has expressed this, like we're gonna take a beat. We're gonna slow the fuck down a little bit here, and then get back to it. Yeah,
good idea. Let some things play out and see where it goes from there. All right, let's go to the featherweight division.
Okay.
Champion at the end of 2026, BP.
I'm sorry, everybody. Listen, this is not my favorite guy. I do not like watching Movsar Evloev fight. But he's fucking good. He's really goddamn good. Is he boring? Yes. He needs to be able to get some kind of finishing. I don't know why he's such a good grappler and heavy on top, and he doesn't fucking take advantage of it. Let's learn some chokes, brother. Let's learn a darts. Let's learn a head and arm. Let's learn something here. But the fact is he's fucking good. And I hate the fact that I picked him. Literally, that was the hardest one. That was the last one I left blank, and I filled it in. Lerone Murphy's obviously a guy that's up there. I like Lerone Murphy. That's a guy I've been watching for a while. But again, 145, it's in a bit of a transition phase right now because, we'll talk a little bit later about Volkanovski, but I just think if Evloev gets his shot, he's going to win. I know it's boring. I know it's a Russian champion. That is not exciting. And I hate to do it. I see my boy Loco MMA in there going, I said, when I did it. But listen, if my crystal ball came out, Evloev is gonna be the is going to be the champion at 2026 if I had to put a gun down. I'm curious to see who you put, though, there, Hey Drive.
BP, do you remember years ago, Movsar Evloev said he's not eating sugar until he's the champion.
I know.
And the man didn't even fight last year.
That's crazy.
No
one wants to fight him.
He at this point, he just doesn't even care about sugar.
No.
Like, if that was me, I'm like, give me some fucking fights, man.
Yeah, right.
I need a Twix bar. I need something in my system. I need some sugar. All right. And Mozart's just out here not even fighting for a whole year. I don't know if the guy's going to fight in 2026. I mean, he pulled out of a fight with Aaron Pico, a guy that didn't even have a UFC fight. Like, dude, what are you doing?
It's true. It's not helping his own case.
Go in there, hurt, and just beat him. I mean, he went to a close fight with Aljo, which, I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world. But if you're going to go to a close fight with Aljo, it's not exactly like boosting your stock to get a title fight.
No.
So I don't even think the UFC cares about him. I don't think.
No, they don't.
If it comes down to it, there's so many mouths to feed at featherweight that I just don't even think they're going to give him the shot. So there's one guy that I know that they're going to give him the shot because it's already booked.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Diego Lopez. The UFC fucking loves this guy, all right?
They love him.
Let's say that he loses to Alexander Volkanovski in, what was that, January 31st. He loses to Volk. Volk hangs him up. But Diego gave him a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me if the UFC said, Diego Lopez, Lerone Murphy, undisputed belt because it's vacant. Volk just retired. Here's your third title fight, Diego Lopez.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, even if he loses to Volkanovski, this man is clearly loved by the matchmakers.
They love him.
And they'll throw him in there with anybody. And the fact that he lost to Volkanovski, it was that April of 2025.
Yeah.
Then came back and fought Jean Silva. And knocked him out. And then he gets another title fight. The man is active. He's always been active. He always wants to fight. So, I mean, he's going to get his chance. He's literally getting his chance in less than a month. Yeah. And I think he could beat Volkanovski. I did think he was going to beat Volkanovski in the first fight. To me, he wasn't aggressive at all. It looked kind of like he got stunned by the bright lights, maybe stunned by the aura of Volk in front of him. And that was a lot of Volk doing what Volk does. But in the second fight, I think he's going to have a different way of going about it, because when Diego is going downhill, there's not a whole lot you can do. And Volkanovski's he's an old cat, man. He's an old cat. And there's a reason why nobody above the age of 35, 36 had ever won a title fight.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do it again. So I think Diego beats Volkanovski January 31st. And then after that, we'll see what happens. But I think he wins the title the 31st. Maybe they give him Lerone Murphy. I think he could beat Lerone Murphy. If they give him Evloev, I doubt it. They're going to give him Evloev. But honestly,
he's been wanting it, though, because that was his debut on short notice.
Yeah, if you're Evloev, of course, you want Diego to win.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you have history. Yeah.
But even then, Diego might just be like, no, fuck you.
No.
Give me Lerone Murphy, bro. Give me Lerone Murphy. So, I don't know. I mean, to me, I'm looking at this board, right? I don't know that Movsar's going to get the chance. I mean, Lerone is really good, but I also just don't really think – I'm just not really super high on, like, his finishing capabilities. He did have a spinning back elbow. Cool. Against Aaron Pico.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Aaron Pico's got no chin.
Yeah.
This is a law plus 4,000.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, okay. He's a cat I'm keeping my eye on. All
right. John Silva, though, plus 500. I mean, he's fighting Arnold Allen to begin the year. So, I mean, if he gets a win, he could definitely get his rematch with Diego Lopez. If Diego wins and John Silva wins, John Silva's getting that title shot.
I think so, too. What an exciting first fight. I mean, Diego proved to have a fucking chin on him, too, in that first fight. John Silva's just like, why isn't this dude going down? And then he got fucking clipped. Yeah. Great fight last year. Yeah, I agree with you. And John Silva, I mean, that dude's a fucking wild man. They want to put him on all the main events.
I hope we do.
Yair versus Lopez. Okay.
That's another thing too. If Lopez wins, man, they might just throw fucking Yair.
I forgot they got beef because Diego's Brazilian, but he reps Mexico. Yair goes, yo, I'm the real Mexican dude here, even though he lives in Chicago. Interesting. I remember them getting to the press conference. Yeah.
Yeah. Old Mean Steve.
Steve Garcia. He gets the right fights, man. He's got some devastating power in there. You just got to give him a shot, put him in there against one of these guys. I would love to see him fight like Brian Ortega, but I think Brian Ortega might be at 55 now. I don't know if he's ever going to go to 45. Aljo versus Steve Garcia would be really interesting. Really test Steve Garcia's grappling, and test Aljo. I mean, Aljo's getting older.
I think he puts out Aljo.
Right. I mean, Aljo's been put out before. You really test Steve's grappling cardio against a guy like Aljo. He's frustrating to fight. A lot of good matchup for Steve Garcia here in 2026.
All right, we'll go to the 3PC Featherweight champion at the end of the year. They agree with you.
I did not think that was going to happen.
Yeah, I saw a couple of Lerone Murphys in there as well, but the overwhelming majority went with Movsar Evloev. So they're seeing what you're seeing. I just don't know if he's going to get the shot.
Yeah, you make great points. I mean, the UFC does not like him. And that is one of their divisions where Volk is. Volk headlines spots. 145 headlines, a lot of pay-per-views. Obviously, 155, 145, two of the most exciting classes. They're not going to fucking trust Evloev to headline something. They're going to have to put a real. I mean, he'll be co-main event. He'll be riding someone's coattails if he's champion. But he is fucking good. I will give him that. He's a tough out.
Yeah, they might put fucking Dern and Wei Li as the main event.
Right. Yeah.
All right, lightweight at the end of 2026.
I think we have the same one, right?
We agree.
Yeah.
On Ahmed Sorokian.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not like sold on it.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason I picked Sorokian is because I don't know if Topuria is going to fight, man. I don't like the way this is going.
Mm-hmm.
If Topuria and Sorokian fight in 2026, I'm going to be picking Topuria. But I don't know that he's going to fight. I mean, the fact that he's already offered an interim championship to begin the year says he's going to come back in the middle of the year in June or so. I don't know if I believe that, bro. I don't know if I believe that because what's the point? What's the point if you're going to come back when nothing is truly like put together? I would assume it seems like he's got enough money. I don't know if that was his ex-wife's money or what, but so does Arman Sarugi. He's got a lot of money, but I don't know if Ilya Topuria is going to fight. I think he might just wait till 2027. So I know a guy that is hungry is Arman Sarukian, even though he's only had one fight since the Charles Oliveira fight.
But he grapples he's doing these every weekend. He's
always competing. So okay, I think that's his way of saying to the UFC I'm active. I'm gonna because he can't fight in the UFC every 2 or 3 months because he's got specific matchups that they got to give him. So him doing that, I like that, and I think he's better than anybody else in the lightweight division outside of Ilya Topuria. So 200 Arman Sarukian. Let's hear what you got.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. He's really good. He's really good. I didn't like him initially, but he's really grown on me. He's become a finisher. He's become exciting. I think this is how it's going to shake up. I think you're right about Topuria. I do think he'll come back maybe at the end of the year. I do think he wants maybe some of that Paramount juice. I mean, International Fight Week will be tough to come back, but I think maybe November, December, they'll match. I think Patty beats Gaethje. And I think Patty Sarukian in the summer, and I think Sarukian gets Patty for whatever that belt is, the interim or whatever the fuck they're calling it, and then Sarukian matches up with Topuria at the end of the year. That is something that I have to really look at and see if who would win that, right? Because in my mind, it's not just Topuria is amazing, but it's just not. He's just not a walkover. Sarukian, that is. I mean, the guy's really fucking good, and if Topuria doesn't fight, I don't really see anybody at 155 touching this guy. Grappling, cardio, pace, everything is really good. Unless Islam comes back down to 55, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the odds, I don't know that there's any. I mean, Patty is Patty going to beat Sarukian? I don't see it, man.
I don't see it either.
And he's going to be the interim. If he beats Justin Gaethje.
If he beats Gaethje, yeah.
I'm pretty sure within some of these rules that it has to be an undisputed champion. But Oliveira did give Sarukian a tough fight, so
Yeah, he did.
We'll see about that. But also,
Max Holloway's jumping out of me too. I mean, we haven't really seen Max against like a really good high pure grappler in a while.
He's supposed to fight Charles, isn't he?
Yeah, he's supposed to fight Charles coming up. That's a rematch. He fought Charles back in the day at 145.
It'll be a good test.
Yeah,
for a Sarukian fight in the future. BSD making some noise.
Benoit.
Benoit.
Who is he? He's matched up with somebody too. Who's he matched up with? Benoit Saint Denis. It's another fucking like freight train dude. Like it's gonna end in the first round. Maybe I made that up. Maybe he's not matched up with. I have to look.
Oh, he is, isn't he? Let me look it up.
I thought he was. I thought they announced it on this break. They've been announcing a lot of fights.
Hooker. He's fighting Hooker.
There you go. Yeah. Hooker's coming back quickly after. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that going well for old Dan there.
No. Dan there, man.
We also got Fazeev and Rufi fighting soon.
It's a fun fight. That's a real fun fight. Yeah. Rufi's last fight really disappointed me. I feel like he has so much talent and he just completely just didn't perform. It was a weird thing with him. I know he's left the Fighting Nerds as well. He's like living in New Hampshire. He's doing his own thing. I don't know how well that's going to be. I mean, New Hampshire's not a fucking MMA hotbed. Not sure what coaches he has, but Rufi was a guy I was high on and he really kind of disappointed his last time out.
Yeah, that was weird to see him leave the Fighting Nerds.
Yeah, it was weird because I heard he was going to New Hampshire to start his own Fighting Nerds, and then whatever. Let's see what 3PC had to say. I think they're going to agree with this.
They are.
Yeah.
They're going on with Syracuse.
Smart boys over there.
Not a lot of belief that Topuria is going to come back, and if he does, not a lot of belief that he wins. But Topuria to me is the best fighter on the planet.
Yeah.
See if he comes back in 2026. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Welterweight division.
Ooh,
champion at the end of 2026.
I went the fucking Safeway, dude. Yeah, you went something nice.
Double strapped up. BP went with the champ right now, Islam Makhachev. Tell me why.
I watched him fight in New York. I was a Jack Della believer. And he absolutely clinicked Della. He tried everything. Della was in there to not get finished. He wasn't in there to fucking win. He was in there not to get finished. I was also in Chicago where Chimaev bodied DDP. This was a whole nother class here for Makhachev. I've been not anti-Russian. Should I say anti-Russian? Anti-Russian for a little bit. I root actively against the Russian fighters because this wave of Dagestanians coming in, I want like an American fucking dude to rise up, right? But sometimes you can't fight it. And Islam is fucking really good. And I think he's a special dude as long as he sticks around. It looks like he's sticking around. It looks like he wants to keep fighting at 170. There's some interesting guys at 170. It's one of my favorite weight classes to watch right now. There's some really fucking talented dudes. I'm excited to see who you pick because any of those guys, there's three names in my head. Any of those guys versus Islam Makhachev is an absolute must-watch banger of a fight. But yeah, I just think Islam is just too good, unfortunately.
Yeah, this was the division that I eyed up last year and almost made some nice coin. Almost made some nice coin. Had JDM, I had Sean Brady, and I had Carlos Prates to be champion at the end of 2025. And all three of them were over 20-1. And I didn't expect to get one of them correct, but I did get one correct until Islam Makhachev decided to move up to 170. So unfortunate, but I also think this could be a weight class that becomes pretty wide open towards the end of the year because I don't know that Islam is going to stick around. To fight these young guys.
Sure.
It looks to me that Islam and Kamaru Usman. I'm
going to be so upset.
It's probably going to happen, BP. It's probably going to happen.
They're friends. They're same management. They're the same. Usman, he beat Buckley, and I love Usman. I'm an Usman guy. I was an Usman defender forever. They give him that shot because that's what Islam wants. It's like when Bisping got Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson was 0-2 on his way out, but they give him in London. They give Bisping a favor. If they do that to Islam with Usman, I'm going to be thoroughly upset.
You know who runs the UFC, right?
Ali.
Dominance MMA.
Yeah.
And they are
Yeah.
going to get that fight.
Mhm.
So if I'm looking at this and I'm seeing Islam Makhachev fights Kamaru Usman within the first half of the year, why would Islam stick around to fight these young killers? It doesn't make sense to me. Islam goes out, beats the greatest welterweight of all time, Kamaru Usman.
Mhm.
At least that's what a lot of people think. Most people will say GSP. Some people will say Usman. But either way, he can put that on his resume. He beat the greatest welterweight of all time, and Kamaru Usman. He's not going to stick around to fight these guys, bro. He's not. I guess maybe if Ilia Topuria wants to move up to 170, he might entertain that. But I don't see him fighting a Michael Morales. I don't see him fighting a Shavkat Rakhmonov. But there is one guy I think he could maybe fight. And if he does fight him, he probably wins, but he might not fight him. And if he doesn't fight him, there's nobody in the welterweight division that beat me and Gary, man. There's nobody in the welterweight division that has beat me and Gary. I have shitted on this man for the past 2.5 years. This man has blocked me on Instagram. I cannot do anything that this guy puts on his social media because he has blocked me. But I am here to say, Ian Gary, outside of Islam Makhachev, is the best welterweight.
Wow.
I've been through it. All right, I've been through it with Ian Gary. I hate the guy. I shouldn't say. I don't hate the guy. I did.
Well, he has you blocked, so I mean, he's sensitive, like little paper skin. What's the problem?
I think this guy is a complete weasel, but this guy is a very good fighter. All right, if I just turn off my brain and I watch through a logical lens, he's the best welterweight on the planet outside of Islam Makhachev. And if Islam Makhachev retires after fighting Kamaru Usman, like I think he probably will, Ian Gary beats Shavkat the second time around. Ian Gary beats Michael Morales. Ian Gary already dismantled Carlos Prates. Ian Gary would beat Jack Della Maddalena. Ian Gary would beat Sean Brady. There's nobody else that's gonna challenge Ian Gary. So he is my pick to be the champion at the end of 2026. It does hinge on the fact that Islam probably retires after beating Kamaru Usman, but I also think if Ian Gary fought Islam, it's not going to look like JDM.
Okay.
I really don't think Islam's going to just take down and lay and pray Ian Gary. His footwork's way too good. His fight IQ, to me, is the best in the entire UFC right now. He has the best fight IQ. He knows how to win rounds. He knows how to influence the judges. He's very smart, doesn't take many risks. Guy's fucking good, man. The guy's good. The hate that I've had for him over the years, I have to throw it out. He's just that good to me. So,
okay.
Yeah,
I mean, well, obviously you already answered the question, but I thought sitting there was going to be Carlos Prates, which Ian already beat. My second thought was going to be Michael Morales. You think Michael Morales loses to Ian Gary? Huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not like fully on the Michael Morales train, man. I don't really think. I just think stylistically, Ian Gary would work his way around him. Michael Morales is very flat-footed. Mm-hmm. Ian Gary's footwork is the elite of the elite, and he's just piece him up for 5 rounds. Right. He's fought much better competition as well. Like I know Michael Morales just knocked out Sean Brady. But that was Sean Brady in double knee sleeves. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's a Sean Brady that's talking about going down to lightweight. This is a 6'3" Ian Gary. He might be vegan. His nutritionist might be pounding his wife in the basement, but the guy's fucking good, man. The guy is good.
He is good. I'm not. The only problem I like Ian Gary. I was an Ian Gary guy. I think I've turned off on him. I used to be in a group chat with 2 of my buddies who hated Ian Gary. I was like, dude, the dude's fucking good. Whatever you say. The one thing that bothers me is he runs his mouth a lot. He's very confident. He's very cocky. Michael Morales, Carlos Prates slept Neil Magny. Neil Magny is the litmus test at 170. Ian Gary decisioned him, right? But Ian Gary still goes around going, I'm the best striker in the UFC. I get the best leg kicks in the UFC. I'm this, I'm that. My good friend Chris Curtis trained Ian Gary years ago. Ian Gary actually broke his ribs when they trained. Chris said this dude is phenomenal. And this was years ago. He's obviously getting better, which Chris doesn't like anybody. So the fact that he said that about Ian leads me to believe that that the kid's a real deal. And I'm just surprised. Did you throw curveballs here? Hey, Jai, I love that. I really thought it was going to be Morales or Prates. Those are the two guys everyone's talking about. You throw Ian Gary, which, again, it's a beautiful number, and it's hard to disagree with you. I do think he's very, very good. You're right.
If you shut down a elite striker like Carlos Prates, 4 out of the 5 rounds.
He got tired. It's the only thing he got tired. And I think he got tired.
It was short notice, though. It was a short
notice fight. Have a couple, get some protein in your body, and maybe you can go 5 rounds. That veganism stuff, it's been debunked quite a few times. When Aaron Foster, who was a running back in the NFL, was vegan the whole time. He had to eat meat during the playoffs because he's like, dude, my body just couldn't take it. I mean, being a fighter, being vegan. The minute John Finch, you remember John Finch? He became a vegan. He started getting fucking knocked out everywhere. So yeah, it's just a tough thing, being in a sport and being a sport like this and being malnourished at times, in my opinion.
Another reason, shout out to Russ, UFC loves Ian Gary.
Yeah,
they love him. If there's any chance for him to get the title shot, he'll get it. 3PC welterweight champion.
I think I know what they're gonna say. Yeah.
They went with Islam off.
So I'm just a basic bitch. I do have some answers on the lower half. I don't think people are gonna expect, but yeah, with the champion stuff, I kind of went basic. But 3PC, I mean, they're smart guys. They know what's up.
Yeah, I mean, he should be the favorite, 100%. But a lot of crazy shit happens, man. A lot of crazy stuff happens. So. All right, let's move on to the middleweights. We got another chalk favorite for VP going with Hamza.
Yeah, you know, my only thought, and I answer a later question. I think he's gonna maybe one and done it. I think he's gonna defend it one more time. I think he wants to go up to 205 or something like that. I don't know if that's gonna happen. UFC loves him though, but at 185, I mean, DDP is going to have to do a lot of training to get that one back. He looks so bad. I mean, the only guy I really want to see Hazat go against, to me, that would be incredibly interesting would be Fluffy, because Fluffy has the same style. He has that aggressive wrestling, cardio for days, doesn't really get out grappled by anybody, and that's kind of what Hazat does. But Chimaev, again, very, very good. I mean, this is a guy who I dislike coming in. I saw him knock out Askar Mikarov before the UFC, who was Khabib's guy. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. I don't care.
You just call him?
I don't know. What's his name? Tell me his name, bro. I don't have John Anik coaching me right now. What's his name?
Ikram.
There you go. Ikram. Yeah. He knocked him out before he signed the UFC, and that was Khabib's guy.
Yeah.
He signs UFC, destroys that Irish bare knuckle boxer, and then he fights Reese McKee. I fucking put money on Reese McKee, bro, because I was like, I don't trust this Chimaev guy. This dude's a fraud. I put money on Reese McKee, and the same dudes that I were in the group chat with will never let me live that down. They think he's like my favorite fighter. And that's true. I'm honest. I did. I put money on Reese McKee. I was not a Chimaev guy. I have turned the corner. I think now that he's a family man, I think he's got kids and shit. And I think he lives in Dubai, maybe. I don't know if he's with that dictator guy anymore in Chechnya. I don't know what's going on with this. Is he still with them?
Well, I mean, I think he lives in the UAE, but
I think, yeah. Well, I know that every time he goes to local fights, like the dictator's kids are with him. Anyway,
that dictator owns him, bro.
Yeah. Well, I want it, and that's why I think he might be one and done, because I think that dictator's paid so much money for him. He don't need to work a day in his life anymore. So I think, because that was his thing. He'd be like, I want my money. Pay me. He all about money. He got the title. He's not smashing anybody anymore. I mean, whatever. But yeah, he's good. He's fucking good. I'm curious to see you pick. Hopefully you pick Fluffy Hernandez.
I did.
Hey.
I went with Fluffy. Yeah. I went with Fluffy, but, I'm not going to say Fluffy goes out there and beats Hamzat Chimaev. My problem is here. Hamzat could be one and done, but he could be one and done and vacate.
Sure.
Or he could be one and done and retire. Because I don't know that Chimaev really needs money. I think he wanted to get that title, and then after that, it's like, well, what am I going to do now?
Sure.
Could probably move up to 205. which we'll go over that in a couple minutes here. But,
Okay.
I'm looking at these odds, man. I'm like, they're kind of ridiculous. Chimaev at minus 350.
Yeah.
For a guy that is also favored to be the champion in the light heavyweight division.
Interesting.
How the fuck are you going to lay, like, I'm not saying we're betting these, right? But how the fuck are you going to lay minus 350 when he's favored to be the champion of a different weight class? And we live in an era of the UFC where they don't allow you to be champ.
Yeah,
so,
champ's done. They don't let it anymore.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
So Chimaev is a guy that has fought once a year since 2022. He's not going to fight more than 3 times in 2026. Maybe he could fight twice, but if he fights twice, they're not going to let him hold on to the middleweight belt. I mean, if they did, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt it. So looking at these odds, I'm like, okay, well, if Chimaev fights in 2026, it's probably going to be against Imavov.
Yeah.
He's probably going to beat Imavov. And then you got Hernandez, who's already scheduled to fight Strickland. And I'm not saying it's going to be a walk in the park, but I think Fluffy probably wins, or at least I know he's going to be favored to win that fight.
Yeah.
Fluffy would probably beat DDP, based on what we saw. Fluffy, I mean, like, if they did a vacant title fight, Fluffy's going to be in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he beats Strickland, then who are they going to match him up with? Maybe a Kyle Bahalio, because Bahalio's fighting DeRitter.
Right.
Soon, or maybe
DeRitter's still talking about how he can't figure out his fucking cardio.
He can't
how you gonna bet that guy?
He can't walk up the steps. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, maybe they do Hernandez and DDP for a vacant title, or maybe they just give it to Imavov. But I think middleweight's kind of open.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know that Chimaev's gonna stick around that long for a full year. I don't know.
Yeah, I was hesitant to put that. I like Imavov as well. I think his stand-up's really good. That right hand is so fast. That's what he clipped Izzy with. I don't trust a lot of things about him yet. I don't trust the cardio. We've seen him fade. I don't trust his grappling, even though offensively it's good. Defensively, where's it at? In that middleweight division, you better have some fucking plan Bs. And if you're getting outstruck, I mean, he had a good fight with Jared Cannonier for a couple rounds until he caught him. There's a lot of questions for Imavov. I was going to put him because I agree. I don't think Chimaev's going to be around long. I don't know if he'll fight till summer. He has the Ramadan. He won't fight in the beginning of the year. They won't put him on the White House card. He even said it. They're like, they're not putting a dude like me on the White House card. So he might fight in July, August and say, either I go to 205 or I'm out. And at the end of the year, we're looking at, some of these guys that win. Michael Page is at plus 6,000. That's really funny to me.
Yeah. What was crazy to me that jumped off the board? See if I can find it.
Torres Finney, your boy, Christian Duncan.
Duncan. Plus 70,000. And I'm not even saying, like, I'm dead serious right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be the champion? Probably not. But
why the fuck is Christian Leroy Duncan 700 and Ryan Loder has a better odd? Ryan Loder can't fucking get out of round 1.
Let me tell you this.
What are we doing?
These odds that they have for the champion at the end of the year are they're always complete bullshit. Because
it's crazy.
They don't allow you to bet the opposite, right?
Right.
Like, I would probably bet Khamzat Chimaev to not be the champion at the end of 2026 in the middleweight division, but you can't.
Right.
Because
that is bullshit.
I mean, it would be like plus 275. And they just don't have that open because all these numbers here are just complete bullshit. Like Wes Schultz hasn't even fought in the UFC.
No.
Wes Schultz.
And he didn't look that good in the Contender Series, brother.
They're saying Wes Schultz has a better chance to be the champion of the middleweight division at the end of the year than Christian Leroy Duncan, who's scheduled to fight Roman Dolidze, who's the number 10 ranked middleweight.
Real.
At the beginning of the year. Like, none of this shit makes sense because at the end of the day, they know nobody here has a chance. So they could just throw any number out.
Any number out there. Sure.
And they're just taking your money, essentially. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of why I think Chimaev is minus 350 because I don't think they believe in anybody here to beat him. Sure. So they got to make the price super high. But he could end up vacating or moving up. 3PC went with Khamzat as well.
Yeah.
They went with Bald Hamzat, though.
Yeah, Bald Hamzat. A little scarier, a little more menacing than the hair. I agreed.
3PC Lunatic. The Imavov Cannonier stoppage still pisses me off. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Investigate, Mr. Herzog. Let's go to the light heavyweight division.
Okay.
We got some disagreements again.
Yeah, PP, good. That's what we want.
Alex Pereira. Tell me why.
One of my current favorite fighters is Peloton. I love this dude. I love that he got the Ankalaev one back, and then he did the fucking, this whole thing. Biggest concern filling this one out was, is he going to be there? Because there's talks about him going heavy, right? Does he want to do this? There's guys at 205 that are interesting. That like a Carlos Ulberg fight versus Peloton needs to happen. That needs to fucking happen for sure. I don't know if I really want to see Yuri again to get his fucking head kicked in again the third time in a row. But I love Yuri. I just don't know if that's a fight I really want to see. But I'm always going to root for Pereira. I think what he's done is pretty remarkable, coming from such a high-level kickboxing career, transitioning that striking over to MMA. I mean, I know Izzy did it as well. And then not be able to speak really English, one word in Chama, and captivate the audience, and the fact that his left hook and his power and everything about him is ruthless. And I just really love that he got that one back. Dixon Sider, Tracy Peloton. I don't want to hear that right now. You're right. I think you might be right, but Pat is my guy. He's my guy. I had to go with my guy. But again, I don't know if he'll finish the year at 205. That's the big thing. I think he is insistent on going to heavyweight. He wants that 3-strap. The only guy to ever win 3 titles in 3 different weight classes. I know that's what he wants. He's not getting any younger, even though he's like a child compared to heavyweight's age. Yeah, give me Peloton. Interesting to see who you pick here.
Yeah, that was my concern because I think I've seen dozens of takes of what's the best fight to make by UFC fighters, by casuals, and even some diehards, right? They all want to see fucking John Jones versus Alex Pereira at the White House. They all want to see it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me, but that seems like that's the fight that's most people want. And the sad part about it is because, we're diehard fans. Mm-hmm. We're also diehard content creators, bettors. We're in the trenches every single week. Doesn't matter if it's a shitty Apex card, right?
Absolutely.
We know what the fuck's going on. All right. And then we see ESPN MMA send DMs to fighters like Mackenzie Dern, asking them, what's the one fight you want to see in 2026? And she says Alex Pereira versus John Jones. And that just ruffles my fucking feathers, man. It ruffles my feathers because they're putting that propaganda out into the world and everyone's going to buy it.
Yeah.
And Alex Pereira is going to be like, oh, Shama. Throw me up into heavyweight and let me fight John Jones. So I think Pereira might actually move up to heavyweight.
I agree.
And if they do, are they going to do the Ankalaev trilogy? I don't know. I think
Ankalaev's got to win one, right? I mean, he's got to get one back and then cut a fucking promo via translators. He won't on English.
What this is telling me is if Pereira moves up, Pereira could move up to heavyweight, right? Mm-hmm. So he might not be the light heavyweight champ, but Chimaev could also move up to 205. Is he going to beat Chimaev? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right.
It'd be tough. So there's some real concerns with Pereira. That's why I didn't go with him. Ultimately, I went with
Carlos
Ulberg.
I flirted with Ulberg.
I think he's just that good of a striker that even if he did fight Alex Pereira, I think he could beat him. And if he fights Yuri Prochazka, I would get scared if it gets into round 3, 4, 5 because that's when Yuri turns up. But the thing with Ulberg is he is a sniper. If you're going to be taking those shots early on, I think he could put you out,
Yeah.
So that's why I went with Ulberg. Plus 800 to me was honestly the best value on the board. Really but I got to give a shout out to 3PC because them boys at 3PC were throwing out a name consistently that I looked at and I was like, you know what?
Interesting.
Sneaky. They went with the professional.
Wow. No.
Matt McConnell. You know what his odds are? Plus 2,500.
Great odds.
Great odds. Really good odds. The thing
fraud, though. I think this guy fraud, bro.
He's good. He's good, man.
God, I don't want him to be.
Is he just doesn't fight that often.
Sure.
So if he's going to be active in 2026 and you give him a fucking Yuri Prochazka, I think he could bang out as Yuri Prochazka. Low key, he could murder him in round 1.
Man, 3PC, Azam Mirzakhanov. Boys. That's funny. That's a deep pull right there. I just don't like his size, right? He's too small to me. He's quick and he comes in. I don't see it. I like to really hang my hat on being able to spot some talent and liking guy. I just don't see it. I'll never bet. I literally bet against him till the fucking end of time. He might, I literally have said this in my own podcast. He might go down as the best fighter at 205, hold all the fucking belts, Hall of Famer, and I'm still going to fucking say I fucking hate that guy. I don't know why. I've already backed myself in the corner. Can't back myself out now. Can't back it out now. Great number though, 25-1, but can't back it out now.
Now that you're saying all this, I do remember you in love with Rakic against Mirzakhanov.
Yeah, loved him. Loved him, bro. The size, all Rakic had to do is stay at distance and kick him. Gets fucking slapped. What are we doing?
With the jab, too.
God, yeah, that chin's gone on that big boy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a shout. I mean, plus 2,500. Let's say he beats a Yuri Prochazka, like he could get a shot at the end of the year. It's
for
not
sure.
Realm.
And he's an exciting fighter as well. I mean, I'm not going to knock him on that. Like, he's exciting. Like he'll put a show out there.
Trindade,
dude, it's hard. Trindade, you can't have murder in your name and be a fraud, bro. I mean, you can be a fraud. There's a guy out there called the Mongolian Murderer. That is a fraud.
Carlos might not get through Yuri. That's true. I mean, like I said, I would be concerned if it gets into round 3 or 4.
Yuri's been talking about going to 85 for a while too. It's like, but he's like, I have unfinished business. Do you want to go get knocked out again by Pereira? It's like that's like your calling. Like, is the forest, the trees telling you that? Like, if you can cut to 85, bro, go to 85. Although he thinks he can do it, yeah. But those two, I mean, the little left hook that got him, and then the fucking head kick. I don't know if I need to see that again. I like Yuri a lot. He's having a kid. He's bringing a kid in this world. You don't need that, bro. Like, maybe a couple more fights at 205 or one more, and then be like, yo, 85's for me. Especially if Chimaev dips out, like, get away from that dude. Go back to 85. I mean, still tough matchups, but you'll be the bigger guy in there. I mean, Yuri's huge.
You know what? I hope they make.
Dude.
I hope Pereira decides to go up to 20 or to heavyweight, and then they make Yuri versus Olberg.
Be sick fight.
Vacant title would be sick.
Because you're right, because like Olberg has the advantage in the beginning, and then if it fucking goes distance, here we go. I think we got the same on this one, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Champion at the end of 2026 in the heavyweight division. We both went with Cyril Gane.
Cyril Gane. And I'm serious about this. Tom Aspinall's eye scares me. I mean, Bisping's talking about it. The dude is having surgery. He's still not okay after the poke. I know a lot of people gave him shit about that, but even in that fight, right, regardless of the poke, I mean, Gane was doing good and better than Aspinall. I mean, for 5 rounds of that, I'm not really sure what Aspinall could have done. I mean, Gane's a freak. He's an athletic freak. He's looked in the best shape of his career in that fight. And if Aspinall doesn't come back, they got to do something at heavyweight. Who's at heavyweight? I mean, is Walter Walker going to get a shot and try to take this dude's legs? I mean, maybe. We've seen crazier things. I just think Gane is the complete guy at heavyweight right now. I think if him and Tom Aspinall fight eventually, hopefully Tom's eye's okay and they will fight. But you can't put Gane on the sidelines that long. I think Gane needs to step in. I mean, Alexander Volkov, he's on a little bit of run right now. They'll maybe throw him in there for a kind of intern strap or something like that. John Jones, Gane rematch at the White House, if they really want to throw John Jones on there. I don't know if that's an appetite people want to see since what Jones did to him last time, but I like Gane. I like Gane for this spot.
Yeah, I like Gane as well. Aspinall's minus 180. I'm with you. I just don't know what's going on with the eye. I don't know if he's going to be super active in 2026, and if he does rematch with Cyril Gane, like, I like his chances, honestly. Yeah. I was not super into the idea of Aspinall like minus 400 against Cyril Gane. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But in a rematch, maybe Aspinall fights a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cyril's just a tough matchup for him, man. You know, Aspinall's a guy that goes in there and knocks guys out in the first round, and Cyril Gane's just not a guy that really gets hit clean. You know, he just doesn't. So
Right.
that's where I think Cyril Gane could take advantage of it. And Cyril's not a guy that's very active either. So if he gets one shot at it, that could be it. And also, I think Russ said it in here. Three more title shots. It might be about somebody else, but obviously the UFC loves Cyril Gane.
Loves him.
How many title shots has he had?
I mean, you've heard the French crowd. Dude, the French crowd surprised me when every time they go to France, they fucking blow the roof off that place.
Yeah,
those are hardcore fans.
Best crowd in
I agree.
Out of anywhere.
I mean, they go nuts.
3PC went with
Tommy. Okay, they went with Tommy. Okay, that makes sense. I just, after Bisping, whatever podcast that was, I just saw the clips of it talking about how you don't fuck around with an eye, right? My daughter scratched her cornea years ago, and it was months and months and months before it healed. I can't even imagine what Tom Aspinall was going through, where he actually had to have surgery. You just don't know with a fucking eye, dude. Like when I go get to the eye doctor and they blow that fucking air in my eye, dude, forget it. I don't want that shit. Don't do it. Eyes are that's why I can never wear contacts. I can't do that with the eyes. It grosses me out. So hopefully Aspinall is okay.
Yeah.
But Aspinall Jones at the White House is the fight that needs to be made. I mean, but again, now that Gane's throw this wrench in there where he looks so good against Aspinall, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what the hell's going to happen with heavyweights. So Cyril Gane is the pick. Now, we got all the champions out of the way. Let's get into some more predictions. We got BP's breakout fighters to watch. Do you want them one at a time, or do you want them all three on the screen?
You throw them up there. Throw them all up there, and I'll explain why. Yeah, they're my guys. So we got Kevin Bajejos. Don't say Vallejos. It's Bajejos. I think this dude is just tipping the iceberg of how talented he is. He's thick. He's solid. Good chin, good power. End of the year, really great. I think if he gets a shot at some high level competition, I think he's going to be a problem. Acosta, this boy, you know, he pitched in the Reds Farm League. This dude just is absolutely tearing up the heavyweight right now, and he's interesting. He's really worked on his grappling, and he's going out there. He's getting poked in the eye. Said, "Now, fuck, let's continue knocking dudes out, taking fights on short notice, flying across literally the world on two." Like the gamemanship of this dude, I love, right? And I think heavyweight is wide open. He had a breakout year last year at the end of the year. I think that's going to continue into 2026. And Abdul Malik, I mean, this guy's an absolute freak. I think he could be on anybody's list. Special talent, really green still, but athletic as shit, has the right camp around him, powerful, and is proving to really be getting a hold of like the MMA scheme. Obviously there's room to grow, and there's going to be need to see him fight some top contenders by the end of this year. I think he'll be ready for some top 10, top 8 guys, and we'll see how he does. But everything I've seen from him so far, absolute freak of nature. But if I had to pick one guy of that group that really is going to go and make noise, it'll be Bajejos. I think this dude is really good. And I'm curious to see who you got, Hijab. I'm very nervous. We didn't share any of this, by the way. Yeah. I gave Hijab my thing so you can make the graphics. I don't know who he's picking, by the way, for the chat. So
yeah, I know all yours because I had to make the graphics. But, right. You don't know mine.
I don't know Hijab's.
Get into mine. Number one's going to be Kevin Vallejos.
Hey, Bajejos.
Yeah, I went with him.
Yeah.
Because I think he could break into the top 5. You know, he just beat Giga Chikadze. I was there at the Apex, and let me tell you a little fun story, right? Anytime, this is what I've noticed 2 times I've been at the Apex. Anytime the fighter has a ton of support in the building, a lot of family, you know, a lot of friends are there, they always lose. Really? And not only do they lose, they get fucking knocked out. And I'm sitting there, right? And there's this Georgian kid behind me with his dad. Not going to hate on him, right? But they're not really saying much throughout the night. And then Giga Chikadze walks out. This kid is just in my ear. Not intentionally, but like he's right behind me. He's in my ear. Giga, let's go, Giga. And I got hella bread on Kevin Vallejos, and I'm like, okay, this is how this is going to go, right? And every little kick that Giga threw out there, let's go, Giga. Yeah, Giga.
Giga kick.
And then finally, in round 2, Kevin Vallejos fucking knocks him out. And I just stand up and I look at him and I go, shh.
Damn. Dude, that was his Georgian hero, bro.
Oh, man. It was, I love being on the opposite side of people and winning.
Yeah.
But when it's that easy,
sure.
when you're on the big favorite and then there's a bunch of people around you cheering for the underdog and that favorite just fucking knocks him out. Shh, sit down. It was awesome, man. I felt like a sick bastard, but honestly, it was great.
I feel bad. Like the only instance I had of that, I was at UFC 236 with Holloway and Poirier. They were the main event in Atlanta. And there's a guy in front of me who kind of looked like Max Holloway, and he would tell people like, "No, I'm not Max. I'm not related." Had the Hawaiian flag, right? He was like diehard fan. Max loses a very close fight, very fun fight, but he loses a decision. And this dude's weeping. Like my wife is like, "Should we like help him?" I'm like, "No, let him cry in his Hawaiian flag. He'll be fine." But I felt terrible. I wasn't like rooting against Max or anything, but this dude was living on every little thing. And man, you silenced the crowd there with your Vallejos pick. I love it.
Yeah, no, I love Kevin Vallejos. I mean, the guy is fucking, I think he's really fucking good. And he's young. He's just way too calm and calculated in there for most of these guys to deal with him.
He's built too, dude. He's a fucking brick kid, dude. He's thick.
He's got that confidence about him. Like it reminds me of the Ilya Taporia type of confidence. And I'm not just saying that because he kind of fights like him. That type of confidence is going to take you a long way. And I don't know where he goes from here now. Like beating Giga. Like, are they going to give him a top 10 guy right away?
I think they should give him like a fringe guy. Maybe like make him like a co-main event on Apex or something.
I could see him getting.
And then if he gets through that, then we go.
Yeah.
Then we go.
Yeah, he's one of these guys that they built in the Apex too, which I like. And totally different thing I could talk about with the Apex and how they build guys there. But they definitely believe in this guy. They're going to give him some good fights. And I think he can win them in a division that is kind of going through a transition period with Volkanovski making his way out. So, we'll see. The door is open. Number 2 is going to be Seok-Hyun Ko.
Nice.
Seok-Hyun Ko.
Love it.
This guy, 2 wins in 2025. Both of them extremely dominant. I remember this guy from the Contender Series, and he was facing this big, insane athlete Brazilian, and he was a huge underdog. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, Seok-Hyun Ko is pretty good.
Yeah.
He went out there, and he didn't, like, dominate him, but he won. He got a contract. And then coming into the UFC, he faced Oban Elliott. And Oban Elliott's a huge favorite. And I wasn't expecting him to win that fight, honestly. I wasn't. No. But he bullied him. And then he faces Phil Rowe, and I'm like, never been a huge Phil Rowe guy.
Sure.
I think Ko probably wins here. And he just absolutely wet blanketed him. Now, I don't really love that for him to, like, be a breakout star, right? Like, because he's just going in there and kind of just dominating these guys, not really, like, having super exciting fights. But the guy is fucking good. The guy is fucking good. And in a market of South Korea that they need some talent, right? I think he could break out and get 3 to 4 wins, kind of depending how active he's going to be. But I don't see him losing because I don't know that they're going to match him up with anybody that's going to have the capabilities to beat him. So I think he could go undefeated in 2026, make his way into the top 15. Seok-Hyun Ko's number 2. Number 3, it's going to be Kaue Fernandez.
Nice. Okay.
Kaue Fernandez. Now, I'm not, with these, I'm not really going like guys that are already ranked. I'm kind of going guys outside of the rankings that could break into those. I did take Vallejos, who's ranked, but Kaue Fernandez to me is kind of one of these under the radar guys that is a scary fight for a lot of fucking guys. A lot of guys. 2 wins in 2025. Beats Guram Kutateladze as a huge underdog. Absolutely smokes the guy.
Yeah.
Made him look like he didn't deserve to be in the octagon. And Guram was one of these guys that everyone was, scared.
They had Marab in the crowd, and then he fucking silenced Marab. Marab sat down real quick after that fight.
Taporia and Marab in his corner, and Fernandez went out there, kicked the shit out of him, and he has a weapon that guys just are not ready for. You talk about Alex Pereira leg kicks.
Yeah.
Paulo Fernandez leg kicks. Do you remember when he fought Muhammad Yahya?
Oh, yeah.
He sent that dude into orbit with a fucking leg kick.
Yeah.
And then he faces Harry Hardwick and all these fucking Cage Warriors Englishmen.
Sure. Yeah.
Harry Hardwick's fucking good.
Take a look at Harry. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. That dude found out real quick that he ain't that fucking good. Paulo Fernandez knocked the dude out with leg kicks in the first fucking round.
Yeah.
The first round. So he's a lightweight. Lightweight's a deep division. He's going to have a lot of matchups outside of the top 15. And if he's active enough, I think he could beat a lot of these guys. And I think he has, one or two losses on his record? And I went back and looked at it. His losses are to some really good guys. One of them was Mark Giacchese in the UFC, his UFC debut on short.
Well, that's when Mark Giacchese just fucking came off like an Olympic run of wrestling. He just fucking wrestle-fucked him the whole time.
Yeah, wrestle-fucked him, and it was his debut on short notice.
Yeah.
And the other guy he lost to, I think, is still undefeated. Another Brazilian guy on the regional scene. I think Fernandez is fucking good. Nova Unyao guy, and he's going to be a nightmare for anybody that can't take him down. The guy's striking is nasty.
He's fun to watch. Great camp. Yeah. That's a good pick. A lot of people would have picked that. I like your selections. I'm glad we agree on Bajejos. Korean Tyson's a fucking stud. What he did to Oban Elliott was super impressive. And then Carlo Fernandez is a guy for me who I'm always impressed, but like he doesn't have that signature win yet, so he slips through my mind a lot. But yeah, you're right. He's a fucking stud.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to fight Faraziem, and then he got switched to Harry Hardwick. And Ziem was a guy that I was also maybe going to put on this list.
Sure.
But he's like kind of fringe top 15 right now, and he's on a long win streak. Like I feel like he's kind of already broken out a bit.
Right.
So I didn't put him on here, but he could definitely make some fucking noise. I would have loved to see how Ziem and Fernandez went down, but Ziem's grandma had to die. And
come on,
yeah, come on, Gams. All right, let's go on to the Dana White Contender Series Season 9 Fighters to Watch. BP, you got Abdul Rahman Yakyayev, John Paul, Laboznan Yanni, and Tommy McMillan.
Tommy McMillan, baby.
Tommy Guns.
Yeah, so there's a lot of options I could have went here. A lot of guys from Season 9 have already fought in the UFC. I only did one with Yakyanov. I think this kid's special. His striking's nuts, and his confidence is really good. He's fast in there. His kicks are good. His hands are good. He's got some submissions to his game as well. Really looking forward to that. John Paul Lesbiana, this dude, 9-2, has 2 losses on his record. Scared me a little bit, but getting better. He won his fight by a head kick and then a beautiful finish as well. Really good striking. He's out there in California, Southern California, which is not really a hotbed for MMA right now. But I like this kid. I think he's good. Keep an eye on him. There's tons of guys from Season 9 you could have went with. But it came down to him. And then Tommy Guns beat undefeated Russian. Sugar Sean guys, good to get a lot of hate. He's basically a Sugar Sean clone if you watch him on social media or whatever. But him willing himself out of that fucking guillotine, like he was like, I'm not tapping. He took big shots, a ton of heart in this guy. A lot of skills need to develop, right? Admittedly, a lot of skills need to develop, but I think he's a fun guy to watch, and he's never going to quit on you. That guillotine was tight. I mean, he was dead, and he got out of it. It was a Volkanovski-Ortega situation, and he came back, and he looked phenomenal in that fight. All heart against an undefeated Russian. But there were some really guys that could have got, like I said, I could have went 5, but I went these 3. And I didn't want to go guys like, there's that Polish kid that just knocked out Ibo Aslan, who's in the UFC. You got the Chimaev guy who's performing in the UFC as well. I want to go guys who didn't. I know Yakyanov has fought in the UFC, but so I want the guys who haven't made their debut yet. And Lesbunyanov and Tommy McGuns, I think are going to be fun to watch. If nothing less, I mean, are they going to make runs? Maybe not, but they're going to be fun to fucking watch. I guarantee that.
Kind of agree with Russ. Not a big Tommy Gun guy.
Not a big Tommy Gun. See, I when I put Tommy on here, I knew the chat people would be like, I get it. Yeah. I just think there's you can't teach a lot of things in this game. There's a lot of guys, that quit, right? You can tell. There's motherfuckers that are tapping before the submission is even in. Kenny Florian and I texts all the time about that. Like, the dude quit, right? Tommy Gunn's zero quit. Like, you can't really teach that. A lot of skills need to develop. He's not ready to run. That's probably why they haven't booked him a fight. He fought in September. You would think a fight coming up for him. He's not ready there yet. But I think Tommy Guns is going to be good.
Yeah. I like Rakhman Yakyaev as well. John Paulo Bosniani's been touted as a good fighter for a long time. So, yeah, so how they do. We'll see what I got. Number 1 is going to be Imanol Rodriguez. This dude might be champ within the next couple of years. I'm not going to lie.
Champ in a few years. Okay, you like him that much. Gotcha.
Yeah, this dude is he faced a good fighter on the Contender Series, which if you watch last season, there's a lot of like matchups.
They're great. Yeah.
You know, they're kind of like terrible matchups. But he faced a good fighter and he knocked him out in round 1. And I was not expecting that. And this dude's
he could have beat Morales on the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, that was a really close fight. Morales went on to win it.
Yeah. He was on the Ultimate Fighter, knocked out some Indian guy, and then he fought Joseph Morales. And some people think he actually won. And I think he was the reason why Joseph Morales was such a big underdog going into that tough finale fight with Idris, because he didn't really look that great against Imanol Rodriguez. And then he just ran through Idris. So I think Imanol Rodriguez is really fucking good. He's super young. I think he's 24.
Yeah.
Extremely good athlete, like a super special athlete. As a ex-football player, I can tell you when a guy's a good athlete. This guy's a fucking good athlete. And he's being coached by DC. He's been training at AKA. DC is kind of in his corner, helping him out a lot. So being that young, he has the wrestling base. He extremely good boxing, fast hands, good accuracy. He's going to make a run real soon in a division that is not very deep, even though Rodriguez, number 1. Number 2, I don't know if you remember this guy, but Jose Delano.
Yeah.
Jose Delano absolutely destroyed this Argentinian guy in the Contender Series for 3 rounds. Never missed a beat. I think he landed 150 plus significant strikes on this Manuel Exposito. And that's not really because he is lacking power. It's because this Argentinian kid was just eating fucking shots for 15 minutes.
Argentina, those motherfuckers don't go away. They're historically known for their chin.
Yeah, the guy didn't go anywhere. But Delano is a guy that is extremely seasoned, and I think he's going to be able to compete with a lot of these guys right away. Like, they're going to set him up within the top 40 of the division right away because he's that good. 16-3. His most recent loss was to Gabriel Santos. But other than that, he had won 14 of his last 15 fights. And if you go back and watch that fight with Gabriel Santos, he was piecing them up bad until he got caught with a liver kick in round 3 and went down. But other than that, the guy just runs through everybody. Extremely good overall fighter. Like, solid striking, good grappling, solid wrestling. He has everything that you would look for. So Jose Delano, number 2. And number 3, the man, the myth, the legend, JP.
Chat was calm for it. They wanted a John Pork. They got him. Yep.
John Pork. I mean, he's got the star power. He's got the star power already. He hasn't even fought in the UFC. But if you
Dylan Dennis in the fucking stands.
Yeah. He's got a win over Dylan Dennis. Yeah. The guy, watch him fight on the Contender Series. That's what an elite striker looks like. That guy was insane what he was able to do to that Brazilian guy. And that Brazilian guy is no slouch. That Brazilian guy's tough as a fucking whatever you
$2 steak. Tougher than
fucking $2 steak, dude. Like, that dude is unreal tough. And Zanikov, JP, didn't waver at all. No. Like, sometimes you're hitting a guy that hard or that often, it's like, dude, what the fuck do I got to do? No, 3 rounds, he landed 200 plus significant strikes. Unbelievable. And of course, he's in the camp of Habib, so he's only going to get better. I was a little bit skeptical coming into that fight because some of the grappling scenarios I've seen on the regional scene, I was like, that's not what a Dagestani wrestler should look like. Right. But, I think they give him the right matchups, he's going to be able to win those. So,
and he's in the right camp to work on the grappling. I mean, you're in that camp. My only complaint is lean into the John Pork. I know Russians are unintentionally funny. But like have a little sense of humor and lean into the John Pork thing because people love it. You know what I mean? Your stars, people are still going to call you John Pork. I know Islam and everyone's like, no, he doesn't want to be called that. He wants to be called Chenko. No, fuck that. It's John Pork. We love it.
Trinidaddy, Thomas Gant was also close to making my list. Very good wrestler, very good athlete, legit athlete.
DC guy as well. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he's really good. I think he got a round 1 sub.
In his I looked in again too. I just a little bit older. We'll see how that grappling transitions with the right people though. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on. 2026 Fighter of the Year.
I don't even want to give mine anymore. Brother Chat's gonna roast me.
2026 Fighter of the Year in the chat. If you're in the chat, please comment your 2026 Fighter of the Year.
Tell me who your Fighter of the Year is.
Yours is Islam Makhachev.
After we just talked about how you don't think he's gonna fucking finish the 170. The guy's good, man. Maybe it's because I saw him in New York and I was impressed with his performance. But this guy's fucking good, dude. And I really think if he sticks around at 170, fights some of these young guys, it's gonna get interesting because he is tough to beat. I mean, he's only lost once in his career. And in the UFC, there's only been really one guy to ever really give him a go. I know he got knocked out by Martinez years ago. Volkanovski gave him a close fight. Sarukian was competitive, but he still won. This guy's good. He's really fucking good. It took me a long time to come around to that. And I hate giving such a basic bitch answer. I mean, this is like, what's your favorite coffee? It's Starbucks. You know what I mean? That's what it is. But I think he's that good. And I think if he fights he'll probably fight twice a year, maybe probably not 3 times, twice this year. And he finishes or looks good against real talent at 170, like an Ian Gary, Carlos Prates, Michael Morales, not a Kamaru Usman, then I think this guy could fucking win Fight of the Year. I think he can look that good, but it's going to be tough because you're going to need some finishes in there and you're going to need to be active. And I don't know if he really is going to need that. But now at 170, without the weight cut, because that weight cut at 55 killed him, maybe we'll get a little more active. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he will be, but we'll see how long he wants to stick around. My 2026 Fight of the Year, it kind of hinges on, a lot of shit happening. And if all that shit happens, there's no way this man's not going to be the 2026 Fight of the Year. It's going to be Ian Gary.
How, dude? Doubling down with Ian Gary. Holy shit.
Man, if he becomes the welterweight champion, whether it's beating Islam or it's beating a Michael Morales, before he fights for the title, or if it's for a vacant title or whatever, the guy's gonna have to have at least 2 fights within 2026, and they're not gonna be easy. They're probably gonna be a Shavkat rematch or a Michael Morales or an Islam Makhachev.
Which he'll be underdogs in a lot of those fights. And if you pull out a win as an underdog, that's even more impressive.
Exactly. So, I just look at the divisions and I'm like, I don't know, man. I guess if a champion goes on a run of a couple of defenses, but I just don't know that there's going to be a lot of defenses from the champions. Sure. So I think it's going to be one of these challengers. And I think Ian Gary, if he does go on the run that I think he can go on, probably going to be up there for Fight of the Year. So he will be mine. 2026 Fighter of the Year.
I love that you double down on Ian Gary. The chat doesn't like it, but you're like, I don't give a fuck. This is my guy. And listen, I'm not an Ian Gary hater. I do think he's very talented, but that's a good pick. It's better than my pick. I went basic.
How is DDP not your 2026 Fighter of the Year, man? He ain't gonna get that belt back, bro. He ain't gonna get that belt back unless Hamzat moves up. Sugar Fighter of the Year could be, actually. Could be.
I mean, if Sugar does what he just tweeted out, beat Song Yadong and then goes and fights Jan and wins, that's fucking impressive. But we'll see. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Kayla Harrison for Trin. Could see it.
Okay, Kayla. I'm worried about her and Nunes is going to be a great fight, but how many more weight cuts does Kayla have at 135? Because all the videos and stuff you see of her cutting 35, it's fucking death.
It is rough. Let's move on. Champion to lose their belt first. 2026. We got a couple cards announced already.
Yep.
So keep that in mind. But BP's going with Joshua Van.
I love my guy Van, right? He won the title on a weird circumstance. I'm not going to say he didn't deserve it because what he did leading up to that was amazing. But my first fighter I broke down earlier was Manel Kopp, and I think Manel Kopp is going to clip this kid. I mean, we've seen this kid get knocked out before. He does have a good chin, but he has been clipped before. Charles Johnson got him. Manel Kopp can knock anybody out. And if Kopp gets the shot, I think he beats Van. If Tyra gets a shot, we still have a big question mark on Van's grappling. He is young. He's going to get better, but I don't think he's going to hold on that title like a John Jones did when he won the title very young. I think he's going to drop it. And I know we got some title like Kayla's fighting, and we got some, Volkanovski's fighting Lopez, and we got, Patty Justin possibly getting an interim shot. But I went with the guy who I felt like Tyra or Kopp. Even if Pantoja comes back, but I don't think it'll be him. I think they get Van. And I like Joshua Van. I think he's one of the most exciting fighters in the world. I'm a fan of this kid. I just think the fact that he's young, he won the title on kind of a weird notice, and I'm a big Manel Kopp fan. Got to go that way.
Yeah, it's just tough because to start off the year for men's weight classes, we don't have a belt that can be lost, right? It's the lightweight title vacant, or not vacant, but interim. But we also have Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes. So do I want to say Kayla Harrison loses to Amanda Nunes? I'm not really sure.
Right.
Got to kind of think about that one a little bit more. But then you look a week later, and I told you Diego Lopez was my end of the year champion. So it pains me to say, but I think Volkanovski loses his belt first.
Yep.
Just a process of elimination, Unfortunately, I just can't back Volk anymore, man. Just can't do it. So
yeah, it's not bad. That was obviously my 1 and 2 punch right there for champions. Because obviously Volk's fighting quickly, and then Joshua Van is probably going to fight, I would assume, by March or April. So we'll see.
Yeah. Guy fights every 3 weeks, so we'll see.
Yeah.
The star/champion that falls off. So when we're thinking about this, right? We're thinking about big names, whether they were champions or they just, beloved by the fans. Probably going to go on a little bit of a losing streak and then start to fall off a little bit. Last year, I would say that was Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards was the champion in 2024, loses to Bilal Muhammad. 2025, he loses to Sean Brady. He loses to Carlos Prates, and he gets finished in both of them. He fell off. So who's that champion going to be in 2026, BP? Going with Volkanovski.
Yeah. You kind of picked against them. We went back to back Volk. Listen, this dude is making a ton of money off YouTube. Like, people recognize him for his cooking videos as opposed to his fighting videos. He is well adjusted. He's got kids. He's got a farm. Doesn't need the money, but he loves the fight. He hasn't needed the fight for a while. And I think if he runs into a motivated Diego Lopez, gets clipped, loses, because he got dropped in the first fight. His chin obviously is a big question mark. Gets put out against Diego Lopez. I don't think he's hanging the gloves up. I think he's going to come back. I think he's a guy that's like, I can't go out like that. He's going to come back for one more and get slept again. And then people are going to be like, okay, buddy, it's time to go. It's time to go. I love Volkanovski. I think he's everything he should be in a champion. I mean, he's broken the record with the over 35 stuff. He's been undersized. The first Islam fight was inspiring. I just think it's time to go. And hopefully he walks away because I don't want to see him become a punching bag, win or lose against Diego Lopez. But I just feel like this dude has too much fire to walk away, especially after a loss. So it had to be Volkanovski for me.
This one's going to pay me to put on the screen because I've loved this guy for a long time. All right, he's given me a lot of great caches, a lot of great memories. I've actually met this man in person. He let me hold his belt.
Oh, no.
So this feels a little bit disrespectful that I'm putting this on the screen, but I think he's going to fall off this year. And I hope he doesn't. I hope I'm wrong.
Wow. Okay.
It's Alexandre Pantoja.
All right.
Let me tell you why. All right. The guy's 35.
Yeah.
He's about to be 36 in April. He's coming off his first loss in a long time. He just broke his arm or whatever the fuck happened in his fight with Joshua Van. dislocated his elbow, shoulder. The fucking broadcast couldn't even get it right. They don't know what the fuck happened.
What happened?
Your body's falling apart. Obviously, that's what happened. The body fell apart on pay-per-view right before our eyes. So how can I really say this guy's going to come back in 2026, take the belt back from Joshua Van, a young, hungry guy that just became the champion? But did he really become the champion? No, he wants to prove it. He wants to prove it. So if they rematch, I think Joshua Van could win. And if Joshua Van does beat Alexandre Pantoja, who does Pantoja fight next? Is it going to be a Tatsuro Taira?
Right.
Is it going to be a Manel Kopp? I mean, this is a weight class that age hits you fast, right? Yeah. We think about even just in Bantamweight, another Brazilian that looked unbeatable at one point in Hen Barao. What happened to that guy? What happened to what's his nuts? Marlon Moraes.
He's a cop now in Jersey, I think, or Florida. Yeah, he fell off the cliff too. He was fucking untouchable in World Series of Fighting, and then fell off a cliff.
Shit can go wrong quickly when you're at this age in this low of a weight class. So if I had to choose one, I think Pantoja probably falls off. And the fact that I'm seeing him in the gym recently
too, yeah,
he's gonna be back in there fighting pretty quickly, and I don't love that. I don't love that at all. So we'll see what the chat's got to say about this, because honestly, I love Pantoja, man.
I know Russ is upset because Russ thinks he's going to win the title again. Pantoja's 35 coming injury.
35 coming off injury.
But he's uber elite. He does. Tall task for Van.
Yeah. He loses his next fight. Yeah, I think this is the best opportunity for Van to work more in the ground game. Pantoja going to prove a lot of doubters.
Yeah, Russ loves Pantoja.
Top on the ground and pieces Tyra up on the feet.
Wow, Ragdoll's cop on the ground. Oh, Russ.
I don't know.
I might have to be a bet between me and Russ.
Speed goes first. Lower weight class, you lose 1/10 of a second of your timing. Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Yeah, Pantoja was a heavyweight. He'd be. I mean, a 35 is 18. But at these lower weights, man, the age hits you really hard.
Yeah. I also don't love that his teammate Horiguchi is making his title run.
Yeah. So Horiguchi called him out. Horiguchi said, let's do it. This is a dude that they obviously train together a lot. And if he's calling him out, he obviously does well in the gym. We'll see, dude. Lot of layers, man. This get me excited for the fucking Paramount era here. We just got to get started.
Let's move on. The unexpected title run of 2026. As I said earlier, 2025, the unexpected title run was Joshua Van. You could also say the unexpected title run was Piotr Jan. Mm-hmm. Did we really expect him to be the champion at the end of 2025? Not really. Mm-hmm. Joshua Van, not even a sliver of a chance. I don't know what his odds were, but they were probably fucking crazy. He fought, 4 or 5 times in 2025? So we're talking about some of these fighters that are going to have to put in some work, but they could go on a run in 2026. BP's going with Peyton Talbot.
Yeah. Oh, but look, it wasn't so much the Cejudo fight. Listen, he got exposed by Hani Barcelos, who's obviously on a run, a little bit of older guy, grappler. Got exposed. What does he do? A young guy, good-looking kid. People want to watch him fight. He has talent. People talk about him. He's on the rise. Is he gay? Is he not gay? Is he banging Frank Ocean? Is Frank Ocean banging him? People are talking, right? So what does he do to Barcelos, right? Is he just comes back better against a guy in Henry Cejudo who was past his prime, right? Obviously, that's not the real Henry, but he took Henry down. He pieced Henry up. He looked phenomenal. And if this guy continues to get better, because he got better from the loss, which is the big thing to me, he's got some skills at 135 that are interesting, right? I really want to see his grappling on full display against a younger guy, maybe a Russian dude that really pushes grappling. His striking, it's powerful, but it's also super deadly accurate, and he's long for the division as well. He wants to stay active. I just think Peyton Talbot could have a run here. Really well-placed fights for him. Get some good wins in there. And I mean, maybe at the end of the year, we're looking at Peyton Talbot versus, Sugar Sean,
Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley, right? I mean, we're looking at Peyton Talbot versus high level guys here, and put him right up there. So I like Peyton Talbot. I think he's a talented dude.
I mean, let's say they do Peyton Talbot, Corey Sandhagen.
That'd be fun.
And then O'Malley beats Song Yadong, beats Piotr. They have to give Marab a fight.
Rob's gonna they're gonna have to get Marab in there somewhere. Umar's not gonna sit. I mean, Khabib will fucking boycott if Umar doesn't get a shot versus one of these guys.
Yeah, it'd be tough. It'd definitely be tough for Talbot to be a champ, but could definitely put on a run. You know, beats a Sandhagen or beats a Marab. Who knows?
Who you got?
We talked about him a little bit earlier.
Okay.
This man.
I think I know who it is. Go ahead, show it. Because this was going to be mine, too. I swear to God. I switched it.
Big U.
Yeah. Yusuf Zalal. Yeah.
Big U.
He's
all right, this guy.
Stud.
Got cut from the UFC. Goes out. Wins a bazillion fights. Comes back. Short notice. Gets Billy Q. Chokes him out. Then everybody after that. He's either finished or almost dominated. Calvin Kattar round 3 was definitely questionable, but either way, Yusuf Zalal is fucking good, man.
He's good.
This guy's fucking good. He's plus 4,000 to be the champ at the end of the year. Honestly, might have to take a little sprinkle because I think he could fight for a title. I'm not saying he's the most exciting guy, but he does get finishes, man. He does get finishes. The thing with him is he has such a style that is great for winning fights and being active. He's not going in there being a Diego Lopez, chucking fucking bombs, looking for the knockout. He's a high fight IQ individual with elite footwork. I talked about this with Ian Gary. If you have elite footwork in MMA, it's going to take you a long fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
Great athlete. I would say at this point, elite ground game. The guy's ground game is insane. I mean, you just put Josh Emmett in a fucking armbar, the fight was over. You know, he's running through guys. So let's say he fights a Yair Rodriguez. I kind of like his chances against Yair Rodriguez. Get to that backpack and fucking choke him out. He fights a Lerone Murphy. He fights a Jean Silva. Even against the Jean Silva, I would like his chances. I mean, we're talking about Yusuf Zalal that went 29-28 with Ilia Topuria, bro.
Thank you. I was going to bring that up. He went 3 rounds with Topuria and won the third. Like, Topuria was gassing that third, bro.
He gave him his toughest fight.
Yeah.
And that was how many years ago? And I know that was...
There's 4 he got cut. Then he got cut, goes and wins, comes back way more mature. He even admits, he's like, dude, I was a fucking idiot the first time. Like, I survived off talent. Now he's committed to it. Then he stopped drinking and everything like that. Like, yeah, kid is special. Love that pick.
What is he, like 29? Yeah, he's 29.
Is he 29? Okay, yeah, still young. Right in that prime. Yeah.
Entering his prime right now. He's on a long win streak. What is it now? 1 boxing, 1 kickboxing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, he came back into the UFC and fought like mid-tier guys, but he did exactly what it needed to do. And the fact that he submitted Josh Emmett that quickly was kind of insane.
Yeah.
Kind of insane. So yeah, plus 4,000. I honestly might have to throw a little stab at that and see how it looks at the end of the year. I thought I was going to say Ian Gary again now.
There was a fight announced. Grasso, Barber.
Macy Barber. Just the fight that I was looking for.
Yeah.
Kevin Vallejo smokes him so long. I don't know. Fight. Honestly, I think
boys need to get some leave for 6 a.m. flight. Also, something like love you, Russ. Yeah, Russ. Good luck on your flight there, bub.
Safe travels, brother. All right, let's keep it moving. How many slides we got left? I think if we look at this, we got only about 5 left, 5, 6 left. So
very good.
Comeback fighter of 2026, BP is going.
My pick. I love my pick here, baby. Kyle Dawkins. Listen, I could win a lot of different directions here. Kyle Dawkins has 2 finishes already since his comeback to UFC. This is a solid fighter. This is a guy who got cut unceremoniously, in my opinion, in the UFC. Had a rough go, goes out and wins titles and shit. Comes to UFC, knocks out Michel Pereira, finishes Jeremy Scar with a choke. I love this. I love this spot for Kyle Dawkins. Is he going to make a title run? No, I don't think so, right? 185 is stacked, but I think he's going to stack some wins and some finishes. And at the end of this year, people were like, holy shit, this dude was cut, and now he's on a 5-6 fight win streak. I love that for him. I love for Kyle Dawkins. Got to keep the hair blonde, though. Got to keep that motherfucking blonde. You know, you bet on blonde. And he looked fucking phenomenal, Jeremy Riscard. And I like this kid. He's got a lot of good skills. He's got good striking. His ground game's really good. Against the elite guys, the top 5, top 8 guys, I don't know, but they start giving him these fringe guys, right? Let's get him active. Let's get him fights. Let's put him on fight nights. I think this dude can really stack some wins in this fight, and I'm just a fan of him. I want to root for him. Kind of went off beat. Obviously, I could have went, a couple different ways. I mean, some people are going to say Leon Edwards or whatever, but that ain't going to be me. I really like Kyle Dawkins here. I think he's going to stack some wins here, especially him getting cut as well. That was my big thing. If he didn't get cut, I don't think he's in this conversation. The fact that they cut him from the UFC for a few years, and he only got in on a short notice spot with Pereira. I like Kyle Dawkins. I root for him.
I would argue he's already kind of come back
a little bit. Yeah, 2 finishes, right? I mean, I maybe I thought I was breaking my own rules, or the rules, but again, I got to root for Kyle Dawkins.
All right, I was struggling between 2 guys here. One of them I'm going to say first, and then I'll get to my second one.
Okay.
Number 1 was going to be Mateusz Rebecki.
Okay.
2 losses in 2025. Both were great fights, but both were 2 really good fighters, in my opinion. I think Rebecki's a good fighter. I'm not sure at his age at 33 that he's going to bounce back and make a run, But I do think he's going to have a step down in competition from now, and he's going to have a couple wins in 2026. But ultimately, I went with a guy that has a lot of hype around his name, or at least had a lot of hype around his name, and he did not have a good year. Did not have a good year, and in fact had a terrible year. But he got a huge opportunity, and he looked great. He looked great until he got fucking flatline KO'd. It's going to be Aaron Pico.
Oh, okay.
Aaron Pico.
Right.
I think the talent on this guy, there's no way that he's going to face these guys outside of the rankings and just not do well. Elite wrestling. Elite boxing. The chin is definitely in question.
Yeah.
But it was a fucking spinning back elbow, man.
Right.
Yeah. What's he supposed to do? Eat that? No.
It's not like he got hit with a jab and got put unconscious like fucking Grant Dawson did. He got hit with some shit.
Could he be more defensively responsible? Absolutely. But that can usually fly when you're not fighting the top of the division, right? So I think Aaron Pico could come around in 2026 if he's active enough and pick up 3 wins. I think he really could. And in those 3 wins, he's probably going to be able to find some finishes, and you might get 1 or 2 big KOs, because when this dude knocks people out, they are going to sleep badly. So watch out for Aaron Pico this year. Glass chin Pico, yeah.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of Pico for a while. Bellator slow played him. Then they gave him a step up. They got knocked out. They slow played him a little bit. Towards the end of his career at Bellator, they definitely fed him some good guys. Looked like he matured a little bit. And then he goes in against Lauren Murphy, which I was there live for that. And he was over aggressive. He was digging to the body a lot. I mean, that's why he got caught with, I think Lauren Murphy is a tough dude. He went for the kill, and that's what he has to learn. He can't because of the chin situation. You always have to be defensively minded when you have a problem like that. And you're right. He got hit with some shit. Wasn't like a little jab, right? But he's been knocked out before, so you gotta worry about that. Maybe look to use your wrestling a little bit more, because your boxing's legit, but mix it up more. I think he's a super talented guy, and hopefully he bounces back. And I think the UFC now knows, well, maybe he's not ready for like this guy, but maybe we'll give him this guy.
I mean, they had him against Mozart, and then Mozart pulls out
like everything.
They give him fucking Laurel Murphy. So, I mean, they're giving him the elite of the elite. And that should tell you what they think about him. All right, moving on. The please retire fighter of 2026. Last year, at the top of the show, I kind of went through it. Darren Elkins against Julian Eroso. Please retire, Darren. Please. Beneil Dariush going out in 16 seconds to Benoit Saint-Denis. Please. Please retire, Beneil. Please. Who's it going to be this year, BP? 2026, after the fight is over, who are we going to say, please retire?
Yeah. Sorry. People love him. People love him. He's older. He's got kids. He got absolutely destroyed by really everybody. I mean, how many wins does he have in the UFC? I mean, I can only think of fucking Dan Hooker, right? 2 fucking wins.
And Ferguson, that's it.
Yeah, he gets promoted to high hell. He's gonna fight McGregor on the White House card. I think McGregor starches him. After that, that's the fight you've been chasing since the Ultimate Fighter. Hang him up. Hang him up. You get brain damage every time you're in there. You bleed every time you're in there. You haven't been an elite fighter since you left Bellator. Chin's gone. Cardio's gone. Michael Chandler is a crowd favorite. Obviously, he delivers exciting fights. I don't know if I want to see it anymore. I don't know if I want to see that torture anymore. The Paddy Pimblett fight, listen, he made, and I like Paddy, right? I think Paddy's a little bit better than people give him credit for. He made Paddy look like unstoppable force, right? He couldn't get off the ground. He's this elite wrestler, but there's no wrestling anymore because he gets tired. I just don't want to see it anymore, right? And maybe I'm saying this out of love, maybe because I like the guy. I've never been a huge fan of him, but maybe I'm saying it out of love, right? You represent America well. You wear that flag. Not a lot of American fighters want to wear the fucking flag. Their grandma's from Lithuania, so they wear a Lithuanian flag most of the time, right? But this dude represents America, which I respect. But listen, it's time to go. Get your payday with Conor. That's cool. But after that, let's hang the gloves up because you're not competing with anybody at 155 anymore. But the problem is this dude's going to retire in the UFC and he's going to go dirty boxing. He's going to go boxing some fucking dude. He'll box some fucking YouTubers or maybe go box Tony, wherever the fuck Tony's boxing at, right? Yeah. He'll do something like that. It's just too much in him, but I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see it anymore.
You just put it in my head. 2026, December, Misfits boxing.
Yeah, that's Misfits. That's what it is. Yeah.
Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chandler. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's going to happen, dude. God. It's too ingrained in him. He's a fighter. Pushing 40, though. Yeah, too much.
All right, well, my please retire fighter of the year in 2026. It's going to be a guy who fell off in 2025. Okay.
I think I know where we're going with this.
This guy was touted as a man that's never been finished, but in 2025, he got finished twice. And
yeah, this is going to be my guy, too. Yeah.
The future is not looking good for him. Yeah. All right. You know, he's sitting right now at number 9 in the rankings. And he just makes too much money for the UFC to feed him an old veteran. Leon Edwards.
Yep.
Please retire, bro. Please retire. Because they're going to give
he's only like 34 too, right? He's not that old, right? Isn't he only like 34?
Yeah, I think he's 34. Yeah, 34.
Yeah, he's not that old. It's crazy.
It's not. The thing is, like, he is a good fighter. I will say that. Like, he's a good fighter, but he's going to have to fight these young guys.
Mm-hmm.
And these young guys are just going to be a step ahead of him. Like, who's he going to fight? They're not going to give him a Jeff Neal. They're not going to give him a Gilbert Burns. They're going to have to give him a Gabriel Bonfim. They're going to have to give him Joel Alvarez.
Yeah.
They're going to have to give him a Mekdebek Orobai. Like, they're going to have to give him one of these young guys that they want to move up the ladder because he makes too much money. And I don't think that's going to go very well. So, Leon Edwards, at the end of 2026, or maybe sometime during it, after we watch one of his fights, we're going to be saying, please retire, brother. Please retire. All right. We'll remember the days that you had. I have a poster on my wall over here above my weight set of him holding the belt after he just knocked out Kamaru Usman. Almost, he was crying. Yeah. But legendary moment.
Sure.
It's not gonna happen. Please retire, bro.
Yeah, you got the moment. You got the moment. You're a former champion. They can't take that away from you, bro. Yeah. But the thing is, he's 34 though, so it's a tough sell for a guy like him. He probably thinks like, hey, it happens, right? Sean Brady got me. Pratas got me. I'll bounce back. You know, I don't think he's sniffing at retirement. But you're right. Who are they going to feed him to? It's going to be these young bucks. Yeah. And I think it's going to just keep happening.
You know what? They might give him like a Kevin Holland.
Sure, ease him into the waters. Yeah, he might go up to 185 as well. I know he's flirted with that a little bit. That's where his brother's at. He's a big dude. He might go up to 85, but again, the waters up there aren't so great either. So,
I'll keep her moving. The most knockouts in 2026. I absolutely love my pick for this.
Me too. I like mine too.
Love it. And if there was a way that I could bet this, I would put a lot of money on it because I know I'd be getting good odds.
Sure.
Well, yours, BP?
I've been talking about him all podcast. I'm sorry, guys. This is the third time I've talked about him. I just truly believe at 125, not many people can take this guy's power. It's devastating. It's fast. It's quick. I mean, he's knocking everyone out. When he's on and he's confident, It's fucking nasty and brutal, and I just don't see anybody being able to take it. I think he knocks out Van, wins the title, gets Tyra, maybe knocks out. We'll have to knock out Tyra. Maybe get a Van or Tyra rematch, or even a Pantoja at the end of the year. I think we're looking at 3 knockouts for Manel Kape this year, as long as he stays active. Again, Manel Kape fighting 3 times in the year, that's something I'm not going to bet on. But I do think whoever he fights, he's going to fucking sleep. Those titties are nice. Those titties are where the power comes from, Trinidad, those fucking titties.
I would say, BP, this is a kind of a hot take because it's tough to get knockouts at a high level.
It is.
And it's also tough to have a lot of fights at a high level.
True.
So,
and it's tough to have a lot of fights when you're Manel Kape, who fucking pulls out quite a bit.
True. I went a completely different route.
I love it.
Completely different route. I want a lot of fights, and I want low level of competition because that's how you get a lot of knockouts in one year. So I went with Josh Hokett.
Okay.
The man, the myth, the legend, Josh Hokett. Why? Because this guy's going to be fighting for the 2nd time already.
Right.
In the UFC to begin the year when he was on this past season of the Contender Series. The guy's going to fight a lot. The guy has power in his hands, and he has ground and pound on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So he's facing these heavyweights who don't know how to wrestle. He can take him down, ground and pound him out, or he can knock him out on the feet and doesn't have to cut weight. So he's going to be fighting a lot. And I think he's going to try to work his way up the ranks a lot. And Josh Hokett is going to be facing Denzel Freeman to start off the year.
God.
I think
they should have cut Denzel Freeman after his last fight. That dude bothers me so much. I tape watched him, all his fights, like just to cap him. It's fucking torture, bro. Like, I love all MMA. Yeah. This guy looks like a young Carl Winslow, and he fights like one too, bro. I'm not a huge fan of Hokett. He has his bit that he's doing. I get it. You know, it's a Chael Colby thing, whatever. You know, get your fans, bro. Do whatever you want. Make some money. I just hope he smashes Denzel Freeman, which I think he will.
If I had to make an over-under for KOs of Josh Hokett in 2026, I put it at 3.5, maybe 4.5.
Wow, really?
I think he ends the year with 4+ KOs.
That's impressive. Wow. Okay. I mean, I can see it because he will be active. But, like, you know, are they going to give him like a Curtis Blades? Like, because they need Curtis Blades to get a win, right?
No, I don't want him to fight Curtis Blades.
No, I know, but I'm saying, are they going to fast track him because he's good on the mic, right?
I don't think so.
These wins, yeah,
I think so. And another reason why I went with him is lives in Vegas. He can walk
so right there. Yeah. Hey, Apex, I'm here. Yeah. Yep.
Let's go to the most submissions in 2026.
Yeah.
BP going with Charles Jourdain.
One of the best guillotines I've ever seen. His last 3 wins, I think, are from guillotine. And the fact that he's at 135 now, he's going to be the bigger, longer guy in that division. A lot of grapplers in that division. He's got a good dart stroke as well. His brother, another guy, Louis, who we could have mentioned in the Contender Series, he's coming off a submission win as well. I just think if Jourdain fights often enough at 135, and I'm not talking about like killers, give him some fringe guys, give him the guys that kind of fill a card up. He's taking neck combs. Like, his guillotine is absolutely potent. He jumps for it. He jumps to Gilly and he gets it. And with that longer arm, that wiry frame at 135 is going to be a problem. He's back-to-back submission guillotines his last 2 fights. I think he's going to rattle off 2 or 3 more this year, as long as he stays active. I don't know how big of a weight cut that is for him, so hopefully he can be active while cutting all that weight. But yeah, I think he's gonna get a couple chokes on him.
I would agree. And I got to give a shout out to Louis Jourdain. His brother, this past season in the Contender Series, was also close to making my list. Guy's really good. I'm going with Jafel Filio.
Okay. Yeah.
You know why?
Why, bub?
This guy's fucking good, dude.
He's fucking good. Okay. That's why. Yeah.
And every single one of his fights is a grappling match.
Yeah.
And he's not in the rankings. He's going to be able to get fights if he's healthy. 3 submission wins in the UFC, 3 wins in the UFC. All those wins come by submission. And he nearly fucking submitted Muhammad Makayev, bro.
Dude,
the fact that he submitted,
the
fact that he submitted Clayton Carpenter was shocking to me. I mean, the guy's Clayton Carpenter's a good grappler. Jafel Filio made him look like he never grappled a day in his life. So Jafel Filio, you know, I'm definitely going like lower names on these, like most KOs, most submissions. But that's because I think they're not going to be facing the highest level of competition. They'll probably be able to get more fights than a lot of these top guys. But I think Jafel Fili could end the year 2 or 3 submissions. And in a day of UFC, it's not like, fighters getting 3+ submissions in a year. But Jafel could definitely hit 2 or 3. So Jafel Fili was my guy for most submissions in 2026.
Love that pick.
Remember that when he fights. Bet that submission prop, boys. Most wins in 2026. BP's going with Bopo.
Joseph Morales. I just think if they do what they do, the Ultimate Fighters winners, they usually build them slow. Dachenko, the Ukrainian, he's good as well. He's gonna pick some dudes off at 170 who won the Ultimate Fighter as well. But Morales is a guy who I think got cut from the UFC, learned his lesson, and I think he's just really good everywhere. His striking's good, his grappling's good. He showed some power when he won the Ultimate Fighter as well. If they slow play him, we're looking at 3-4 wins this year. He wants to stay active. He knows that, and he knows this is his second chance at UFC. So I think this dude's going to rattle off 3 or 4 wins. I think he's going to be incredibly active. I think he called out somebody really high ranking recently. I don't like that. Don't go jump in the rankings right now. I don't know if he's ready for that, and that's going to come a loss. I think you're looking at 3-4 wins, and then next year we can talk about you in the rankings and see where you're at. But I think this kid's underrated. I think he's really good, and we'll see it. We'll see what he does. We'll see what he does.
He was gonna make my list for
Breakout.
Breakout, yeah, he was gonna make my list for Breakout because I think he's probably gonna break within the top 8 of the division within the year. Depends how active he is, but
it
seems like he's going to be active. So, I mean, the guy's really good. I like that pick a lot, and I think he can definitely surpass 3 wins on the year. Mine's going to be Josh Hogan.
Oh, you doubled down on Hogan. All right.
I mean, if he's going to get 4 to 5 knockouts like I think he's going to do, he's probably going to get 4 to 5 wins. So, I think he's probably going to fight 5 times in 2026. Kind of just depends how well he does and how well or how fast they want to fast track him. But I think he's going to run through a lot of these guys in the heavyweight division. And considering he's starting out with some random Brazilian guy that he knocked out already in 2025, now he's getting Denzel Freeman. Feels like they want to get him some experience because he doesn't have a ton of fights. He was 5-0 going into the Contender Series or something like that.
He's hungry. Yeah, those are both really good picks because he's going to be busy.
He's going to be busy.
I just hope they fast track him because of the mic skills, right?
Yeah.
Like Derek Lewis, Curtis Blades trying to get these boys some wins. I mean, he might beat Derek Lewis. He might beat Curtis Blades. I'm just saying those are guys that would be interesting if he fought those.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't. Honestly, I hope he just stays outside of the top 10.
Keep picking them off. Keep all these debutante heavyweights, right? Like the dudes are from the Contender Series, your Contender Series. Let's filter them in, right? Let's see who the real Contender Series heavyweight is.
Yeah, give him a fucking Austin Lane.
Austin. Bring Greg Hardy back. Let him use his inhaler. Who gives a shit, right? Let's fucking see that dude.
Give him Alvin Hines after he comes back from suspension.
Yeah, he pissed hot for everything. That guy.
Give him Alicia Ellison.
Yeah. There's a lot of heavyweights you give him. Louis Sutherland would that'd be fun. Another guy who fucking would melt the cup if they ever tested him right.
Maybe. I mean, I think he would beat Jonathan Denise. To be honest, I think he would run through Jonathan Denise. Mick Barkin. I think he'd beat Mick Barkin. Not gonna lie.
Ryan Spann at heavyweight. That'd be fun too for him. I mean, there's some guys, dude. Kennedy at heavyweight. Forget about it.
All right. And lastly, to close out the show, is any champion going to retire in 2026? BP?
Yeah.
Says yes.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it early in the show. I think this guy has a lot of stuff going outside the UFC. I think money is not an issue. I think he wanted to get the strap, get the legacy, defend it maybe one time. If they let him move up, which probably won't happen until 2027, but maybe not. I don't know. I think he's got one more in him. I think he'll fight whoever. Imamov probably. But probably. But yeah, I think Chimaev's probably one and done in this year.
I could see that. Definitely see that. But I could also see Islam saying peace after he fights Kamaru Usman, because I think it's probably going to happen. I think he's probably going to fight Kamaru Usman.
That happens.
And once he beat the greatest welterweight of all time, why are you going to fight Michael Morales? Why are you going to fight?
What else is there to do, dude? Right. Unless GSP's coming back, what else is there to do?
Exactly. So I hope he doesn't, but also if he does, like, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. I want to see some.
Sure. It opens it up. It opens it up to let me. There's 3 guys at the top of 170 right now that could rotate pay-per-views in the couple. Like, you got Ian Garrett, you got Morales, and you got Prates, right? Those guys could, 1-2 fight and rematch the other, rematch. You know what I mean? Those 3-way right there. And I'm probably forgetting another person at 170. 170 is fucking stacked. But yeah, it opens everything up. And I think with 185, if Chimaev's gone, opens everything up as well. It's interesting. These guys are dominant champions, at least proven to be. Chimaev's only defended, or he just won it. He hasn't defended it yet, but he appears to be a dominant champion. Right. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it should be a good year, boys. We're almost
should be fun.
We're past 2 hours on the live stream. Please hit the like button for us before we hop out of here. And make sure you go check out BP on YouTube. I got his YouTube linked in the title, in the description. Check him out on the socials at Brian Petrie MMA. Appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. First live stream of 2026.
It's good. Felt good to get it off my chest, brother. Absolutely. Felt really good talking with you. Hey, Jeff.
Felt great getting back on the mic, chopping it up, talking some fights. Over this break, I haven't really looked at much with fighting, honestly. I've
been watching a lot of old fight, and not like old, like 10 plus years ago fights. I haven't watched anything recent. I've been going back on the archives on Paramount Plus. I did rewatch the Contender Series fights that we pulled up, because the 3 guys we pulled up, because I need to refresh my brain. But yeah, I've been kind of cold turkeying, but I'm slowly starting to get the we're in the month now. We're 2.5 weeks out, whatever it is. So I'm starting to get the fucking ready to run on the ground, start running here, babe. So I'm excited.
The juice is flowing, man.
Juice is flowing.
Get that betting account loaded up.
Yeah.
Make some coin. Oh, it'll be great.
You've been hot on football. So this year was a bad year for me on betting. And every year what I do is UFC always takes an extended break. I take the money I have in my DraftKings account or whatever account I'm using, and I take it out and I usually spend it. Well, this year was only like $250. I didn't have a great year. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take that. I'm going to put it on an NFL anytime touchdown scorer, right? I was with my Bengals. And that was the game the Bengals didn't even score a touchdown. So I lost it. I lost it all. It was like a plus 500. Tanner Hudson was supposed to score. They didn't score a touchdown that game. So that was bad. I'm 1-14 betting the NFL. Just because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bet a couple bucks here and there. Any touchdown scores. I watch NFL every Sunday. I like it. It's my second favorite sport next to MMA. And I can't win a fucking bet. I'm 1-14, which is brutal. So I need the MMA back, baby. That's my bread and butter.
Dude. I'm pretty sure I bet Jamar Chase anytime touchdown for 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, he didn't have one
until last week.
Last week he opened up. Yeah, he didn't have one since October was his last one, and then he has a fucking game last week. God. Go figure.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys. Appreciate y'all.
You guys are awesome.
Dixon said, "Can we make a parlay? 2 futures champ 2-leg parlay? Your most confident picks? Please just don't even bet on that shit, dude." Futures 2-leg futures champion parlay.
We'll. I mean, who do we pick? I mean, future champ. I mean, obviously, I would go Cop for mine, but you're opposite. You went Tyra.
He says most confident picks each, which I don't think I could be confident in any of this.
You seem pretty confident in Diego Lopez. I mean, that could be yours. I could go Manel Cop.
I mean, I think the way you go about futures is you take some shots, man.
Yeah,
take some shots. Like, there's no way you should be laying minus money on a fighter to be the champion at the end of the year. A lot of shit could happen. They could just move a weight class,
True.
Like Oria moved a weight class. Islam moved a weight class.
Manel Cop's titties are already at 145, so we don't know what's going to happen with him. You know what I mean? So
he might come out with double D's and you have to move up a weight class. So, Dixon, I'm going to save you some money and just please don't. Please don't.
$5.
Go ahead.
$5. Cup of coffee. Do it.
All right, boys. We're out of here. We'll be back soon with some more content. Thank you to BP.
Yeah,
Thank you to everybody in the chat.